half-time
So
break.
coming up at half-time, it's jocks available for selfies at quarter-time, three-quarter time and half-time. Lee Coghlan runs off the field there, John. What a big loss he will be
hamstring, I think,
for the Dragons today. Let's get round 12 underway. Let's get old mate back into action. Jock Clark, he's called footy for something like 65 years here at Bendigo's Fresh FM. Still enjoys it, still has a passion for it. Both clubs are fired up for round 12 and Bendigo's Fresh FM, Jock Clark.
Absolutely. Can't wait. And the boys are about to get into it, no doubt about that this afternoon. This will be an absolute cracker. Up went Hamish Hosking, got first hands to it, pushed it towards half forward. Under it in defence down there was Byrne for South. He was wrapped up and the umpire will ball it up. First ball up between centre, half forward for the Dragons. Up they go, same two ruckmen, both missed it, kick out of the pack. Favours the Bloods, goes to the centre of the ground. No one there to take it. Chance for Holmes, got out a good hand pass to a teammate who's thrown it on the boot. Wobbled it towards forward 50 for the Dragons. No one could take a clean possession in there, working hard over the football. Wharton for Sandhurst, got a high one. He'll take the first free kick of the game.
He'll put it into the hot spot looking for Max Dead, but floating in front, it's been a mark by Sandhurst. And they'll have the first shot at goal. I don't think that it was the intended target. It's, I'll pick up the play for you in a minute. It might be Murdoch who's come into the side this afternoon.
Rupert.
Directly in front. In fact, it's Lockie Hood. And he should eat this for breakfast, really. Put them on board. So, Lockie Hood for the starter of round 12 to put the Dragons onto the board. We've only travelled a minute. Should not miss. He sprays it wide, makes the umpire work, but just snuck it in. Doesn't matter how you get them, as long as they go through. The first on the board this afternoon. Live score sponsor, Variety Superstore in Strath Village. The Dragons are 1 goal straight. The Bloods are yet to hit the scoreboard, and we've travelled 2 minutes in the opening term.
Yeah, one thing I did notice with the huddles, if you heard Sanders break up from their huddle, they were very vocal. I think they've set themselves for a big game this afternoon, Jock and John, and the first goal on the board within the first minute would indicate that.
Yeah, and even though he didn't kick it, I'm tipping a big game this afternoon. Could be the match difference. Joel Wharton of Sandhurst. Ball up, centre of the ground, chance for the Bloods, get the takeout they do through Hurley. Throws it on the boot, wobbles it inside forward 50. Couldn't find a teammate. They've got an opportunity through the corridor. South player took it, collared, caught with the football. Good tackle, and the Dragons will take a free kick at centre half back. They waste no time. The kick long is well directed. The mark's taken by Wilkinson on the grandstand side of the ground here at the famous Queen Elizabeth Oval. Goes with a little short kick. That's okay. Possession football, Paul Pratt. Now he plays on, runs down the wing, wobbly old kick. No one could get there to take the mark. In front, good chance taken by Connor Sexton. He couldn't take possession. Chance for Wharton, good hands, flips it up to Zimmer. Zimmer runs to forward 50. Then he just didn't get rid of it in time. Lost it in a tackle. Loose ball. The Bloods kick it high in the air, trying to clear it out of defence. Can't do so. Hares after it. Still on forward 50 for the Dragons. They've got some numbers. Little kick. Wharton the target. That was Skinny. He couldn't take it. Was over his head. And he went back in pursuit of the football, gave away a free kick. And the Bloods will take it in the back pocket. Torpy with the football.
So, have a look at Connor Sexton. Geez, he's a lump of a lad. He might just be the body to take the place of Thornton. Keep an eye on how he goes this afternoon into the side. The ball's kicked out to the wing. At the back of the pack, receiving the footy is Smith of the Bloods. He'll kick to half forward, 1-on-1. Brock Harvey sweeps on the footy. The goals are open. Has one bounce. He'll run into an open goal and just pop it straight through for the first of the afternoon for the Bloods to square it up 3.5 minutes into the opening term. Live score sponsor is Bendigo Bulk Carpets, 1 goal straight apiece.
Yeah, the good work was done just as the ball was delivered there, because Harvey used his body to get rid of his opponent, John. And what he did was cleverly and within the rules to get him forward of the pack. Then the ball came out of the pack and there was no one. There was just space. He had a lot of territory to use and he used it, and it was a clever goal. Nice goal for the Bloods first.
Well, he fell over, didn't he? The Sandhurst defender.
Well, he got a bit
fell
of
off his stops.
He got a bit of help with the nudge at the right time.
A legal nudge. Ball up, centre of the ground. Chance for the Bloods again. Taking the footy was early. His hand pass was intercepted, bounced to the bottom of the pack, and the umpire comes in to ball it up Again, still right in the centre of the ground. Early days, first quarter, 1 goal apiece. From the clearance, it's the Dragons inside forward 50. Up they go. No one could take the mark. First back there was Wilkinson. Can he pick it up? He can't. He's under the pump. Wants some support. Squirted out to Zimmer. Can't find his boot. Goes back. Gets it. Zimmer round the body. Shot at goal. Minor score just the wrong side of the post. Good effort though. Good second effort. Just missed through for a minor. Dragons 1-1-7, the Bloods 1 straight, and we've played just on 5 minutes, first quarter here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval.
So Miller plays on for the Bloods, kicks it in from full back, beyond 50, big punch, a whistle on play. It's going to go to Sandhurst for, might have been one over the shoulder, and the free kick's going to go to Carraher, who was out this afternoon, then came back into the side late. He got a late reprieve. Isaac Carraher plays on, kicks it high. It's making his teammates work. Hood tried to slip on the foot, he couldn't. Montague then did, then put it around the body to the goal square. Wilkinson using his body from behind, but defensively also for the Bloods, a good bit of work by Hare, and it goes over the line. 20 metres out from goal, we'll have a ball in.
Yeah, that centering kick was to Magstead, who you would expect is a good target for the Dragons, but he had a lot of traffic around him. Wasn't the best option.
Ball to be thrown in deep in the forward pocket for the Dragons. Just to point the difference early in the first term. Up they go. Plenty around the contest. No one could get it effectively until Byrne did. Threw it on the boot. Cleared defensive 50, but the Dragons will bring it straight back in over the back. Is it paid? He slid in on his hands and knees, and I reckon it was Jasper Stewart, the little bloke. He's played on with a hand pass to a teammate who's fired at goal and kicked a point.
Montague it was. Quick little give.
So, Bloods, they're under a bit of pressure here, doing all the attacking in forward 50, most of it.
Just looking at that Jasper Stewart, Johnny, he looks like he's 13.
He does, isn't he? As Miller will kick it beyond 50 to the outer side from full back. Another whistle on play. It'll be a free kick. It'll go to the Bloods for a push. Across half back. Matthew Long with the footy. Just twirling the ball between his hands, taking his time, in your own time, Longy, as he goes long. Ooh, back of the pack, Wilkinson gave a bit of a shove for the Bloods, and a free kick will be given to Jesse Sheen.
He made sure the umpire saw it, the push.
Jesse Sheen sporting a bob at the back of his helmet. Well, he hasn't got a helmet, his head. Inside forward 50. Oh, good mark. Strong for the Dragons. Tanner Nailey goes short inboard. Island by hand. They're sharing around the old 1-2 on half back. Ends up with Rhodey. One bounce. Didn't have much to go to. Decided to go to the back door, which was clever. Now short pass.
Great kick.
Jake McLean. Handball on. Skinny Wharton on the left. Oh, he's going to put it on that young fella you just mentioned, Jock. Didn't get one in the back. He does look like he's only 12. Across half back now, the Bloods. They're working nicely. Miller handball. Intercepted by Zimmer. Zimmer handball on. They're away. Short pass inboard. Jake McLean has spotted up, hits him on the chest, and will line them up directly in front.
Too many numbers, the Dragons. They just had players everywhere.
Jake McLean. Good servant for Sandhurst for a long time, and he's a good player, like the way he goes about it.
It's in this spot because if you looked at their brand coming out of half-back, that's the way they like to move the footy, the Dragons.
Yeah. Now, Jake McLean kicks through the footy and puts it through for the second for Sandhurst this afternoon. Live score sponsor, Breach Apparel in Bendigo. 2-2-14 the Dragons. They lead South Bendigo 1 goal straight 6, and we've gone 8.5 minutes in the opening term.
Once they get that run out of half-back and they share the footy, they know exactly what they're doing. They're well drilled with that movement and ball movement for Sandhurst, and they look very dangerous once they do that. The player you're talking about wearing number 12 that does look 12 is Jasper Stewart, and he's been lively early in the first term.
He had to get a letter apparently from his mother to play seniors.
Look at his shorts as well.
Yeah, he keeps having to pull them up. They must have had any smaller. From the takeout, the Dragons, beautifully done. Kick inside, forward 50, and a ripper grab on the run by Wilkinson. Just on forward 50, wastes no time, goes to the hot spot, couldn't find a teammate. There's the Stewart, the kid we're talking about. Picked it up well, got out a hand pass, passed to the front of the goal square, Bloods marked, not paid. Play on the call, pack develops, umpire balled it up. 25 out
that
from the
Simpson's?
Dragons' goal, and that South guy hit the deck very hard.
Yeah, Torpy.
He nearly took a beautiful mark.
The great leap, wasn't it? Got up there.
He landed on his back, and certainly would be winded. He's getting up very slowly. The good doc's out there checking him out.
That's the motto at Qantas, they'll tell you. It's not how you get up there, it's how you get back down.
Of course, he's holding his shoulder, his collarbone he's holding.
Yeah.
He came down very hard. You
Well,
talk about Qantas, he was up amongst the air traffic. He flew very high.
Well, he shrugged the doctor off, so he must be okay.
Yeah, till the bone falls out. Ball up, 15 out from the Dragons' goal. Got down by Hosking. Could he find the teammate? He couldn't. Kick by a Dragons player, ricocheted off the back of a South defender. So they've still got it, still inside forward 50. Back to Wilkinson. He's under the pump. Got it wide to Caraher. He goes wider again, this time to Wilkinson. Wilkinson goes inside. Wanted Stewart, the little fella flew. Couldn't bring down the mark. Loose over the back, taken by Isaiah Miller. He's got it for the Bloods in the back pocket. Goes wide towards half-back out of sight of the ground. And the umpire's out of bounds.
I tell you what, there's a lot of
Throw-in.
There's a lot of talk about footy, but gee, Major League footy on a day like today, this football, it's red hot, John. The movement, the ball movement's so quick.
Yeah, and the Bloods are doing well just to absorb this pressure because Sandhurst are not hitting the scoreboard as well as they would like.
And Torpy's come off,
Yeah.
holding his shoulder.
Boundary umpire didn't quite get enough height on that throw-in.
Nathan Lead is doing the ruck work for the Bloods, but of course Hosking wins it, puts it to the back door, a little give, a long high ball to half forward now. Dragons attack, big punch, volleyball going on there, another punch that went going through hard there and did a blind turn was Poyser. Poyser puts it to the outer side wing, sliding mark by the Bloods. It was a nice ball with McKay.
Blake Poyser stands out a bit with the blonde hair.
Yeah, he does. He kicks it now long, inside forward 50, running with a fly. The ball was Ireland, did well, come off his hands, and it'll be a ball in 60 out from the Bloods' goal. 14 playing 6, Sandhurst. South Bendigo have been effective. They've gone inside 50 only a couple of times, but they've looked good when they've got up there. Pushing for another one now. Need to hit the scoreboard again. Up they go in the ruck. Hosking again for the Dragons. Bloods will emerge through Harvey. Slipped over and lost the footy. Hood on the end of it for the Dragons. A little handball to Ruff. Isaac Ruff kicks it beyond 50 looking for Jake Wilkinson. Bouncing footy. And he'll let it go over the boundary line. It'll be a throw-in on the outer side wing.
No, that's okay, Johnny. I'll take it.
The ruckman need to be just conscious of the boundary umpire. Doesn't get a lot of height on the throw-in, so just need to be aware of that.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Shallow.
read it well.
Shallow throwing.
Yep.
So he'll do it again. He'll get a bit of practice, and it was shallow. And in fact, the umpire's going to say no. Can't really have that one. Was a bit low.
I'm not
So-
the umpire's coach. He just needs to come in a bit where he is now.
Exactly. Yeah, well,
he's
that's
doing
better.
it from the boundary line much better now.
Now,
Yeah.
another throw in on the wing, outer side, over the back. Hamish Hosking grabbed it, lost it. Bloods take it. It's kicked hurriedly and long toward full forward. Good work over the back though. The Dragons' defence, they've been strong. They've stood up. They go to half back. Alex Wharton's there under the pump. Can he take the footy? He can't. It's pushed over the line. Out of bounds, and it'll be thrown back into play. So just outside forward 50 for the Bloods. They're kicking in this first quarter to the Barnard Street end of the ground. And they trail at the moment. One straight goal to the Dragons, 2-14.
Now it's with the Bloods on the wing. Receiving a handball will be Miller. Around the corner on the left, didn't really look, put his teammates under pressure, but Brock Harvey gets on the end of a handball. He'll send it wide.
good kick.
Spots up.
Beautiful.
Beautiful kick. And the man with the footy, just like Sheen.
So what Harvey did was put it out so the player had to run onto it, John, and really that's a perfect delivery for forward.
Yeah, it was a terrific kick. Absolutely terrific. Spot on.
Jesse Sheen kicks it long, Barnard Street in, and pops it through for their second. So good effective football by the Bloods at the 14-minute mark. Live score sponsor Bendigo Bulk Carpets. It's a 2-2-14 Sandhurst to 2 goals straight 12 the Bloods. and we've ticked over just halfway through this opening set.
Yeah, Brock Harvey's had influence. He's kicked one, and he's also heavily involved in that second goal for the Bloods. It's a high-quality, fast-moving game of footy. Sandhurst supported down here for the Dragons on eating potato cakes with tomato sauce on, John. How good is that at a local footy match?
Oh, yeah, nearly as good as those chicken dinners.
Back in the centre, there's the ball up. Hosking weighted down, took it well, got it off to Paul Pratt, whose long kick inside forward 50's a beauty. And the Dragons, with a terrific takeout from the centre, will have a shot at goal through Kobe Maxted. He's got great hands and on a good lead took it. And we'll line up on a 45-degree angle and we'll have to kick from just inside the 50-metre arc. So Maxted had a pretty good season for the Dragons so far. In he comes from 48 metres, goes for home, terrific kick, pops it through. So there's the Dragons' answer. Goal for goal at this stage. It's 3 now to the Dragons. That takes them to 3-2-20. Leading the South Bendigo Bloods 2 straight 12. That is a live score thanks to our sponsor Variety Superstore Strathvillage, and 15 and a half minutes gone first term.
Yeah, South have to address what's happening in the middle. Hoskins doing well in there, and they're winning the centre breaks, the Dragons, giving their forwards first opportunities and a look at goal.
So umpire Goodridge throws the footy up. It's a hard centre in there. I walked through there before the game started. Tough conditions, out of side. They'll take it, the Bloods through. Antonowicz playing right up the ground in the middle. I don't think I like that, but spots up Jaden Sheen this time.
Good grab.
70 out from goal. Hard up against the boundary line. You'll put it high. Oh, they all fly. Hurried kick out of the pack there by the Bloods by Will Keck. And it just was wayward, ends up out of bounds on the full. And a free kick will go to Nally for the Dragons. Come all dangerously inboard to Ireland. He's in the corridor.
Kick, Nelly.
He has. They'll share it around nicely. Geez, they've got some system here, haven't they? That's a good kick to Rhodey, but it's in the hot spot. Rhodey, little handball over the top. Couldn't quite pick it up as Paul Pratt, and he kicks it long to half forward, looking to Maxted.
Maxted out on the lead, got it on the bounce, wants support. Beautiful hand pass over the top. Found McLean. He's kicked inside forward 15, put it on the chest of a teammate, and it's another Dragons opportunity.
Just really outstanding ball movement by the Dragons. Really.
Paul Pratt was in trouble, wasn't he? He just managed to break the tackle.
But Maxted's clever little hand pass. He was aware of the player going
Yeah, over the
pass,
top, over his shoulder.
and it was a perfect hand pass.
Terrific work. So Lockie Zimmer is the Dragons player. He'll line up
One of Johnny's favourites.
45 metres out on a bit of an angle. What can Zimmer do? Fires at goal. Has hit the stick. Hit the post, through for a minor score. Dragons to 3-3-21. The Bloods are 2 straight 12. 17 and a half gone. First term here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Bendigo Football Netball League action.
I think you could hear him say, "Oh, dash it, John," as he missed that.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, I think so.
Zion Miller plays on from fullback for the Bloods. Sends it long beyond 50. Oh, good strong mark. Sheen goes by hand. Gives it to Oliver Simpson. He goes down the line. His intended target was Sheen. That's Jaden Sheen. That comes off his hands and out of bounds. Fresh live update around the grounds. Eagle Hawk 5 goals straight 30. Kangaroo Flat 3-3-21. Only one station. Bendigo's Fresh FM.
I'll tell you what, boys, I haven't spotted Antonowicz yet. Has anybody?
He was in the middle. He
Was he?
took one in the middle before.
Righto, just checking. Making sure we're at the same game. Throw in. Half forward for the Bloods. No one can get it out effectively. And the umpire comes in to ball it up.
He's playing up the field a bit, Joe.
All right, yep. That's what they've tended to do with him later. From the bounce, cleverly done by Jaden Sheehan. Got around some traffic and kicked into the forward pocket. Looking for a teammate down there. That was Will Keck. Can't find him. In fact, it wasn't Keck. It might have been Jesse Sheehan. And he's been pinged for... Has he pinged for caught with the footy?
Yeah, Ruff's got the footy.
Yep. Free kick, back pocket. Ruff. Oh, doesn't know where to go. Oh, then he's dropped it. Very nervous. Finally had to hand pass to a teammate in the goal square, who's kicked it straight to Antonowicz on his own, who ran in unattended and kicked it from 20. Unbelievable defensive error, and the Bloods have been handed their third on a silver plate.
To Antonowicz as well. I'll tell you what actually happened there.
Glad I brought his name up.
Ruff kicked it into the danger zone, into the hot spot, and then coughed it up, and then a hurried kick out of the pack went straight to Antonowicz. Straight to him.
Well, 3-3 the Dragons, 3 straight the Bloods. Good tight contest between the... do we still call them the co-tenants? They still at the moment, sort of.
Yeah, they are at the moment.
Yep.
And I reckon also that it was getting involved in a mistake there was Liam Island, which is very rare, Jock. You don't see that often at all.
No, it was a fumbly Dragons defence. Hamish Hosking, meanwhile, grabbed it out of the centre. Hand pass to Holmes, to Rhodey, off to Alex Wharton, who runs to 45. Hand pass over the top, found a teammate in Wilkinson, who fires at goal and misses. Good work from the Dragons from the centre of the ground, but the end result wasn't what they wanted. Wilkinson had time, but just couldn't find the accuracy. 3-4 Dragons, 3 straight Bloods, 20 gone, first term.
Miller always plays on from full-back. He might have put it out of hands on the full. He did. His intended target was Antonowitz. I don't like Antonowitz up here. He's a goal kicker. He needs to be up forward. Alex Wharton with a free kick. Too far out to score. 75 metres. Just puts it into the path of Maxted.
Yep.
It was a contested mark that wasn't much of a contest, really, was it? Maxted had his name written all over it.
He had the only hands on it, didn't he?
Contested work, John.
Yeah.
There was 2 South Bendigo players, one at the front, one at the back. Neither of them actually went for the footy.
Yeah. And you're right about Antonowitz. I don't mind him having a run through the middle and playing further up the ground, but he's inside defensive 50 now. I'm not sure that's the best for South, but they should know. Shouldn't they?
Maxted, 45-degree angle. Man on the mark stands at 38 metres. Maxted will kick this goal. To the Elvis Presley end of the QEO. Kobe Maxted kicks a goal.
Oh.
Wow. It was sweet off the boot, spun nicely, and that was a good answer from Sandhurst. They go to 4-4-28. That's his second. They lead South Bendigo 3 goals straight, 18. 21 minutes gone, opening term at the QEO.
When it comes in like that, Max, he's nearly impossible to stop because he's got a good leap. He just goes straight up vertically as well, and then his reach is really high as well. So they got their work cut out back there, Jock, the defenders for the Bloods, but they didn't put much of an effort in that time.
No, it was a bruise-free mark, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the centre. Umpire balls it off. Hosking again. I think he's won them all.
Yeah.
Chance down there for Lockie Hood. He couldn't take it. Chance now for the Bloods. Player takes it. He's caught with a footy. Couldn't get it out. That was Sam Marr. And the umpire will ball it up again. Still in the centre of the ground. Up they go, Hosking. Tap over the top. Was pretty good. Here come the Dragons again. But Hood took it. Was dragged down in a good tackle. And he'll pay the penalty. The free kick will go to the Blood centre of the ground. Marr to take it. Waste no time. Spots a teammate on his own. Other side of the ground. Gives it to him. That was Johnson, who now plays on. Goes towards full forward. Dragons mark. Back pocket. Well judged. There wasn't a push, John. And the Dragons will get out of trouble as they kick to half-back. Coughed it up again.
Yeah, kicked it straight to the South Bendigo player and taking the mark is Oliver Simpson. And we could see another goal by a costly error from Sandhurst.
Well, the switching of play, the outer defence has been a little bit wayward so far.
A little bit uncharacteristic too.
It is, because normally they do it well.
Yeah, it's their game. Oliver Simpson now. Just gives himself some room, goes round the corner, struggles to make the distance, flying high. Might have been Harvey and right on the goal line, come off hands and have some minor score.
You talk about Antonowitz playing up. Harvey's the man who's playing out of the square for South Bendigo at the moment.
19 playing 28, Dragons lead, 23 go on opening term.
So the Dragons to bring it back into play. And it'll be Skinny Wharton to bring it back in. His kick was good. Well cleared defensive 50, but to a pack. Now it's a contest for the football. Plenty around it. Umpires pinged. Who's on the bottom? South player. Dragons free kick. Wharton again. Came out and got it on defensive 50 for the Dragons. Skinny goes wide to the wing, outer side. Good kick. Finds a teammate. Chance for the Dragons to build. They waste no time. Scrappy kick up towards half forward. Chance down there for Wilkinson. Under the pump. Wants support. That's the Dragons. Wilkinson can't get it. And they're working hard as Hare in defence for the Bloods. He's under the pump. And eventually the umpire says nobody can get it out effectively, and they'll ball it up just inside forward 50, scoreboard side for the Dragons.
Don't know why Torpy's out there. Have a look at him holding his shoulder.
Not good at all.
He didn't approach that contest either. Did you see that? He just was not interested. He's holding his arm like it's in a sling. As Sheen now for South Bendigo off half-back, kicks it to the wing. They're running in numbers here in waves. Sheen getting on the end of it as well with Antonowitz. He kicks it. It was a hurry kick inside forward 50. Spots up Brock Harvey. He's going to run into an open goal. He turned and went and bounced it exactly the same as he did in the first term and put it through for his second goal. So good ball movement to South Bendigo. Live score sponsor, the Variety Superstore in Strath Village. South Bendigo, they go now to 4-1-25. They trail 4-4-28. The Dragons, 25 minutes gone, opening time.
Now, that's a really good play by Brock Harvey. I'll tell you why, because that kick off the boot by Antonowitz wasn't a good kick. It was a messy kick forward, but he made it look good with that mark, and he's so steady at the moment. He's playing out the goal square. I can see why they got him in the goal square. He looks right on his game. South have kicked 4, he's kicked 2. He had a hand in another one, so he's virtually been involved just about the whole scoreline.
Just too clever for Murdoch at that stage. Ball up, centre of the ground. Take out, will go to the Dragons. Alex Wharton's got it. He's been busy. First term, goes to half forward. Paul Pratt in a wrestle with his opponent. Neither can get it out. They go to ground. Wilkinson comes in, jumps on top of the South player, locks him up.
Good game, though, Jock. 8 goals to quarter time.
Oh, terrific game.
Fast.
Absolutely, and nothing in it. Both sides playing like they really want that 5th spot. Don't worry about that. Ball up, just outside forward 50. Hosking got it down. Couldn't find a teammate. Skinny Wharton, bottom of the pack. Got it out so he won't be pinged. But now they pile in again. And the power ball it up, same spot. 50 out from the Dragons' goal.
Brock Harvey, he's that X factor, isn't he? And I love the way that he looks to move the footy on as soon as he takes a mark. He doesn't want to have that set shot and runs into an open goal. Hosking wins for tap for the Dragons into the path of Jake McLean. Handball to Wharton, 51 metres out, hard up against the boundary line. Bouncing ugly ball inside forward 50, comes off hands. 25 out from Sandhurst goal in the Elvis Presley forward pocket. Here at the QEO, we'll have a ball in. 3-point margin. Dragons winning at the moment in a very entertaining contest. Umpire throws in. Hosking back of the pack, grabs it out of the air. He tried to give it off by hand to a running Wharton. That didn't succeed. Ball spills to 40 metres out from the Dragons' goal. But Bloods hurriedly kick it out in the direction of Layden, who takes a mark on his knees for the Dragons.
So the Dragons will go back deep inside forward 50. High kick up in front. Good mark. Is that Sexton?
Sexton. It is a Sexton.
Young Sexton's taken an absolute ripper. Connor Sexton. Gee, didn't he elevate? Got his hands up there. Great to see.
South Bendigo opponent, Backman, realised the ball was coming in quick. Went to go, but it was too late. Sexton in the front spot. Good mark.
Danger for other clubs in Bendigo League to see another Sexton coming through.
Oh, no.
And he's
Hit the post, Jock.
Hit the post. Not quite the accuracy. He would be the son of who? Ben?
I
think so.
I've seen Ben walking around before. So
well, and he looks a bit like him.
Yeah, now Miller went to Antonowitz and got it back and then kicks it onto the half-back line. Getting involved again is Sexton, who's obviously taken the place of Big Bear Thornton. Hurried handball out of the pack. Bloods, they'll look to release. They do. Through Jesse Sheen. Kicks it to half forward. Got a player breaking from Hurley. He turns and goes. Got a one-on-one with Ruff and Brock Harvey. It was the latter who took a strong mark running with a fly to the footy. Only a couple of metres out from goal. Pretty tight angle, but he should have no problem the way he kicks the footy.
I reckon he wanted to go again, John. He just went to get up really quickly, but couldn't quite get there.
He always looked like marking that Brock Harvey.
Yeah, he's killing them down there, Harvey.
Yeah. And it was another clever kick as well. Yeah. It was not to him. It was just...
You notice they're giving him a lot of space.
Yeah.
It's vacant land down there.
Good coaching, I would say. They're under instruction and they're actually abiding by it as Brock Harvey pops through his third of the afternoon. Good start for the Bloods and a good start to Brock Harvey. Live score sponsor, Breach Apparel in Bendigo. The Bloods now, they will take the lead, go to 5-1-31. They lead 4-5-29. 29 minutes gone, opening turn.
I think it's the most effective forward that I've seen play in the first quarter this year. He's dominated the forward. They've given him a lot of room. They're clever the way he's doing it at South Bendigo. And he's certainly not letting them down with his the way he's attacking the foot. He looks like he's full of confidence. He's been involved with 4 out of the 5 goals South Bendigo kicked in the first term.
Yeah, he's a major headache for the Dragons' coaching hierarchy at this stage. Ball up, centre of the ground, and Tonowitz sharks it cleverly, then kicks long to half forward, can't find a teammate. Keck was the target, but it's been thumped over the line by the Dragons' defence and over and out of bounds for a throw-in. Just outside forward 50. South in attack, kicking to the Barnard Street end. 29 minutes gone first term. So we're closing on quarter time. And the Bloods just hit the lead a minute ago for the first time in the match. And they'll be looking for another to consolidate before the bell. Another shallow throw in, but working well down here. Hosking got it, found a teammate. Good work, Dragons up towards half forward. Sexton on the lead, couldn't complete the mark, but picked up the crumb. Got it to Zimmer, hand pass, put his teammate under the pump. Ball in dispute, across half forward for the Dragons. Nobody can get it out, Stacks on the mill umpire. We'll ball it up. 4-5 Dragons, 5-1 Bloods. Closing on quarter time. The ball's to be thrown up just outside forward 50 for the Dragons.
Hosking wins the tap to Paul Pratt. He gets collared. Good strong tackle. Bloods did
Terrific
well.
tackle.
Geez, they look good, the Bloods here, Hurley. And what do I know about coaching? I said I like Antonowitz up forward. Well, he won the last centre clearance, and Brock Harvey's been running havoc down in the forward line. So good coaching, I say, by the
Look
Bloods.
at the South 50 at the moment, John. It's only Harvey there.
It's definite ploy. Ireland took the mark for the Dragons. Swings it wide across half-back. Finds Matthew Wilkinson. Dragons. He'll come backward in order to go forward. Just need to be careful here. They're looking to horseshoe in and out. There's one for me mate Adam. In and out we go. Well, we're not quite out yet. Just need to be careful here, Dragons. They'll work it. Carraher takes a mark for the Dragons. Deep back pocket. Plays on quickly. Beyond 50. Oh, he's looking for Maxted. It's hard up against the boundary line. Getting his hands on the footy for the Bloods also was Blake Poyser. And it'll be another throw in. 60 out from goal for the Bloods who attack. 2-point margin. They lead. Bendigo Football Live. Only one station. You know it's Bendigo's Fresh FM. As you know. Riley Walsh looks like he might do a bit of ruck work for the Bloods. Grabs it out of the air. Umpire lets it go. And we'll have another ball up 51 metres from the Bloods goal.
So right on forward 50 for the Bloods. Can't be a lot of time left. 31 gone. First term. Hosking takes it. Then they grab him, but he got out a hand pass. Can he find Rhodey? Whistle on play. Umpire's picked out a free kick. I reckon it's going to go to the Bloods, is it? Yep. Player to take it down there will be Isaiah Miller. And it won't matter because he'd be 65 metres out and he's going to have a ping. Siren's gone for quarter time here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. So he's going to line up, I'd imagine, with the big spiral torpedo and fell about 40 metres short. Quarter time at the Queen Elizabeth Oval in a big clash between the Dragons and the Bloods. It's Sandhurst 4-5-29 trailing South Bendigo 5-1-31. Live score thanks to Bendigo Bulk Carpets.
And a fresh 3:27. We're just about to get this second term underway. Umpire Dean Goodridge is in the middle, holds the ball aloft, and here is Jock Clark to get this second term underway.
Well, you're right, Johnny. It is absolutely glorious conditions here this afternoon for this winter sport. Up we go in the centre. Second term underway. Hosking again. Taps it down to a teammate who's trapped, collared, went to ground. They dive in on top and the umpire comes in and is forced to do it all again, still in the centre of the ground. So the Bloods take a 2-point lead into this second term. And if the second is anything like the first, it will continue to be a ripper game of footy. Kick off the ground, in towards the centre of the ground. Chance for McLean. Can't pick it up for the Dragons. Now he's got it collared. Well, they never went to ground, but no one was going anywhere, and the umpire will ball it up again. Still almost across the centre. This time, the Bloods win it out. Went in the direction of Jaden Sheehan. He couldn't find a teammate. Loose ball, trapped by the Bloods and hurriedly kicked inside forward 50. Claimed mark and the umpire's going to pay it. Harvey again. It was a contested mark and the umpire ruled that Harvey was in front.
How many goals
and I think he was right. He kicked 3 in the first quarter. And we've been going just a fraction over 1 minute in this second term. And if he kicks like he kicked in the last quarter, he's every chance. So Brock Harvey lines up for the Bloods from 45 metres on an angle from the scoreboard pocket. Goes for home. Doesn't get the distance, but I reckon it might be a south mark right on the goal line. Oh, gee. And the Dragons defenders had a little bit of a snooze. Now, what's going on?
He went to pass the ball really quickly, but the umpire said he had to come back and have another shot.
Smith. Alexander Smith.
He's not confident, Jock. He's not sure.
No, he's
what
right
to
on the
do.
boundary line. Steps out, plays on, kicks it on the side, gets the goal for the Bloods. Don't know why he wasn't confident. And the Bloods draw the first score of the second term. So live score sponsor, Variety Superstore Strathvillage. And that shows us that it's the Bloods, in fact, that have kicked on. They got a 6-1-37, leading the Dragons 4-5-29.
Take us through the goal kickers, Jock.
Quickly for the Bloods, 3 to Brock Harvey, 1 to Alexander Smith, just kicked. Jesse Sheehan 1 and Tonowitz 1. For the Dragons, Kobe Maxted 2, McLean and Lockie Hood 1 apiece.
Well, they continue on their good form from that opening term. The Bloods back in the middle, and Tonowitz is playing in the middle and giving Brock Harvey plenty of room. And as I speak, there is a number of players in that forward zone, but generally Bloods attacking very, very well. There's a secondary bounce mildly in attack for the Dragons. Running through now, that was a nice bit of work by Byrne of the Bloods. Bouncing footy, true centre wing, Rhodey for Sandhurst. Matthew Wilkinson received a handball. Didn't look. Coughed it up, kicked it straight to Liam Byrne, Bloods. They go to Hurley. He'll then give it in turn to Taggart. Taggart will run and he'll send it inside forward 50. He didn't look. Intercepting mark was dropped, in fact, by Ireland. A couple of rare mistakes by Ireland this afternoon, and that was one of them in the forward zone for the Bloods. And we'll have a ball up 37, playing 29. 3 minutes gone, second term.
Uncharacteristically, the Dragons' defence has looked a bit nervous at times this afternoon. Worried obviously about Antonowitz and worried about certainly the form of Brock Harvey. Ball up, kick out of the congestion, favours the Dragons, clears defence of 50. The Bloods win it back, they come back inside, kick was wayward, they've still got a chance, 20 metres out. South player takes the footies, collared, caught with the football. Free kick will go to the Dragons. Tanner Nelly to take it. Goes short. Alex Wharton takes the mark. Right on defensive 50. Another short one. Put his teammate under the pump. That was Matty Wilkinson, but good enough to hang on to it. Goes with another short one. Finds Holmes. So they're sneaking out of defence, the Dragons. Little kick by little kick.
First time you called Lee Holmes this afternoon, isn't it, John?
No, called him early on when he got a clearance. Long kick down the line. Good mark out in front. Kobe Maxted. So now a chance for the Dragons to go inside forward 50. Maxted waits for them to come to him. Then pops it up long. Marking contest. 35 out from the Dragons goal. No one could take it. Skinny Wharton in there looked dangerous. Couldn't take the football. Bloods defence work hard. And they get the ball over the line into the safety. And it'll be thrown back in about 10 metres around from the behind post. 4.5 minutes gone. First term, Bloods in front by 8 points.
Throw in, attacking here. Dragons, they just need a steadier. You're right, Jock, they've been a bit nervous this afternoon, but clearing Liam Byrne to the opposite back pocket, running in support of Van Hewen. He dropped a footy he should have taken. He's on defensive half back. Now it'll be Sandhurst coming back the other way. Jake McLean, he'll thump it into the pocket, but there's no one home, and it's all the Bloods. A mark being taken by Daniel Johnson. Let's go around the grounds for a fresh live up. Great date in North Central. Quarter time, Witchy Proof Narraport 2-2-14. Bought 4-4-26. And Charlton 2 behinds. They trail Donald 5-4-34. As the ball is kicked to half back and goes out of bounds in the forward zone for Sandhurst.
It's a red hot game, but gee, it's a beautiful afternoon in July and winter. The sun's out, just a magnificent, like finals like weather, Jock Clark.
Johnny was just saying, Wallace, he was thinking he'd put his bathers back on. The sun's that magnificent this afternoon. There's the throw in across half forward for the Dragons. Hosking, big punch, got 20 metres, went straight to a Bloods defender though. They turn it over. Dragons a chance, deep in the pocket. And pass was too long, and it's over the line and out of bounds for yet another throw in. So they're right on the boundary line. forward pocket. The Dragons kicking to the Barnard Street end of the ground, over in a swimming pool pocket. Plenty of numbers around the contest. Umpire will throw it in. Little bit shallow, I think, that throw in. Is that the same one? He's had a couple of issues, but he's having a go, Johnny.
Having said all that, though, that the players should be aware of that. They're still standing in the traditional spots. So really, if you've got that experience, you can come in a bit.
Bit of adjustment needed by both parties.
Yeah, well, he's come in a long way now. He's
Yes,
really in the centre.
He's going to ball it up,
He's only a young fella too.
Yeah, well, there you go. Hosking at the back, won it down to the front. No one could take it effectively. Pack develops and the umpire comes in to ball it up. So it's right on forward 50 for the Dragons. It's in a little bit of a holding pattern at the moment. No one can get a bit of a break. And the umpire in charge of proceedings. Look at the numbers around the contest. Tough to get some space to work in. Ball up. Hosking grabs it, then lost it. Loose ball. 50 out from the Dragons' goal. Can they get it clear? They can't. Blood's defence. Work hard. It's kicked off the ground. Clear defensive 50. Got player wide. Chance for South now. Kick across the body. Goes down to the wing out of side. Dragons in front. And the mark is taken over there.
Matty
it
Wilkinson.
might be. Is it Wilkinson?
Yep. Yeah.
And he'll drive the Dragons back towards half forward.
Very strong mark. He's a good little player as well. Plays a lot taller than what he is, but he coughed it up. He's kicked it straight to the Bloods player, the opposition, and he's kicked it to the lead, who takes a chest mark. So across half back. In fact, the umpire didn't pay it.
Oh.
Didn't see what that was for. It looked like a mark. Where
must have been touched.
Grabbed it out of the air of Hosking. Don't argue. He's just given a shove. Gives it back to Matty Wilkinson, hard up against the boundary line. Back to Hosking, to Joel Wharton, receives a handball. Quickly on the boot, which ineffective, and spots up, well, the opposition player is Antonowitz. Antonowitz spreads it to the outer side wing. He hits up Smith. Smith looking to build off the wing for the Bloods, who hold a lead here, 29-37. They've been impressive. They'll run with it now. Hurry kick now by Smith. And it's been intercepted by Nelly. He goes dangerously, corridor, spots up Montague. They'll swing across half back to Ruff. Ruff will look to give it to Wharton. No, he ignores and then plays on. Short pass, that's okay. And he spots up a teammate in Harrison Free.
Free goes down the wing out of side. Wanted Jasper Stewart. Kicked it straight over his head. Two Bloods players can raffle it. They turn and kick. High towards half forward. Up they go. No one could take the mark. Loose at the back. Chance for the Dragons through Tanner Nelly. Got through some traffic. Wanted support. Put a teammate under the pump. Nelly's got to go back in and chase the footy. The pack develops. Bottom of it. Umpire says no. No one can get it out. That, in fact, was Sammy Marr for the Bloods, and the umpire ball it up.
A lot of free-flowing footy first term. It's a bit congested at the moment, second term. Both teams are struggling to break clear.
So there's the ball up. Hosking, good tap down. Gave it straight to a teammate down there in Paul Pratt, who's collared. Goes to ground, and the umpire will ball it up again.
Gee whiz, did you hear that? Harrison Free twice now has just punched. I don't know how well he go with that, punching the coach's box.
Hear it.
He's not happy, is he? Meanwhile, Hosking's got the footy. He was tackled, lost it. Poyser takes it for the Bloods, throws it on the boot, gets it to half forward. Chance down there for them through long. Has a little run, goes to the hot spot. Front and centre, goal square. Couldn't find a teammate, but a kick across the body is good for the Bloods. And he's put it through. Yeah. Was that Antonowitz?
It looks like him. Moves like him, John.
And was very clever, wasn't it? Roved it beautifully
but I
at
think
the front of the contest.
They look very similar, those two players.
Who was it?
Number 11, Hirley.
Michael Hirley has kicked the goal for the Bloods.
If you look at them both, they're very hard to tell apart.
They've kicked the first two of the second term, the Bloods, and, well, actually, yes, they are, although they're wearing different numbers. So
number 11 and number 24.
Yeah, it should... It should be a clue, shouldn't it? 10.5 minutes gone, second term. Live score sponsor Bendigo Bowl Carpets, and it is the Bloods 7-1-43. Sandhurst 4-5-29 have not added a score yet in the second term.
Jake McLean clears it from the centre and he kicks it to half forward. He was looking for Wharton, overran the footy. Jake Wilkinson getting involved as well. It just bobbed into Wharton's hands. That's Joel. Slews it towards the goal line. Was knocked straight off the boot and it just snuck through for a minor score. So Sandhurst 4-6-30, South Bendigo 7-1-43, 11 gone, second term.
Oh, the Bloods, good clearance. Mark taken almost uncontested by Isaiah Miller at half-back. Goes down the line, grandstand side, and gives the ball to Will Keck on the wing. So Keck's got it. SOG goes to half-forward, can't find a teammate. Good mark in defence, Matty Wilkinson for the Dragons. Goes inboard and finds former skipper Blair Holmes. Marks, turns, wastes no time. Goes to half-forward. Maxted the target, up he goes, couldn't pull in the mark. 45 out from the Dragons goal. Pack develops, plenty after the footy. No one can get it out and the umpire comes in. No, he's picked out a free kick to the Dragons.
I think it's against Poise. I think he thought
he pulled it in.
He pulled the ball underneath him.
Dear.
I think he might have done that too. He's trying to disguise it, but there wasn't a lot of options for him other than just give it to the Sandhurst player standing next to him.
So Jake Wilkinson has got the free kick and he'll line up for the Dragons. He'll have to kick it about 40 metres on a 45-degree angle, and the Dragons could do with this one. So in he comes, Wilkinson. Fires it, goal, just to the goal line. Won't make the distance. Oh. I reckon it was...
your favourite little player, Jock?
It was snaffled and kicked over his body by the little fella. It was. Jasper Stewart has kicked a goal for the Dragons. Something out of nothing. One they needed. Their first goal of the second term. And the margin now back to 7 points. 12 and a half gone, second quarter. Live score sponsor, Breach Apparel. Bendigo shows South Bendigo 7-1. Sandhurst 5 goals 6.
It's one of those kicks. The ball went to the goal face right on the line, and the ball came back this side as Stuart was standing in front of that pack. Clever spot to be. Just grabbed it and kicked it quickly. Nice goal.
Yeah, it wasn't a confident goal from a team perspective, though, was it? It just kind of come out of the blue a little bit against the flow. Because South Bendigo are impressive this afternoon. As we say, Hosking wins the tap. You put it into the path of Paul Pratt, who goes over the top to Alex Wharton. Now he'll thump it inside forward 50 to the top of the square. Wilkinson and Maxted flew at the same time. Ball spills. Overrunning the footy was Rhodey. He couldn't quite get it. Bloods under pressure. Hurried kick. Miller kicks it to the wing. Bouncing footy. The reprieve is not going to be very long. Carraher bursts away through, then tripped over his own feet. Offering support, and then a little bit give to Blair Holmes. Over the top to Paul Pratt. Bouncing footy. Alex Wharton getting involved. Hot footy in there. They're going in hard. Umpires picked out a free kick. And it'll go to the Bloods.
Ooh.
For a hold. And a free kick will go to Will Keck.
So Will Keck's got it. Half back. Centres it into the corridor and finds Poyser, who marks. True centre half back. Plays on with a hand pass over the top. That was to Isaiah Miller. He's tackled, brought down, turnover. Chance for the Dragons. Inside forward 50. And the Dragons mark 40 out directly in front. And I reckon it's the little fella again, isn't it? Jasper Stewart is proving to be an absolute pain in the bum to South Bendigo. He just keeps bobbing up.
In his size 22 shorts as well, Jock.
It's
Miller thought he had a lot more time than he had then. He was just waltzing through the middle.
So Stewart from 40, the only player in the league who has to wear a belt to keep his shorts up, goes for home, doesn't make the distance, into the goal square. Plenty of Bloods defenders, they're under the pump. Handball squirts wide, taken by Poyser. He's trapped on the boundary line, manages to find a bit of space, goes back to half-backs, turnover. Another chance for the Dragons. Kick inside, poor kick. Might be a chance. Alex Wharton can mop up, takes it, goes across the ground, plenty up. No one can. In fact, there is a mark.
Yeah, Paul Pratt at the back of the pack.
Well, it was
Didn't see him.
kick by Wharton, wasn't it? It sort of wasn't a goal at all. He went directly across the field.
Well, Paul Pratt's handballed off to the big fella Hosking, who's gone bang and had a running shot at goal and kicked a point. So, boy, all of a sudden it's happening again. 5-7-37 Sandhurst, South Bendigo 7-1-43. Live score sponsor, Bendigo Bowl Carpets.
Miller's got the footy in the back half for the Bloods. You go around the body to the wing. You spot up a player in Langley. Langley now goes to a teammate, Antonowitz. So it's an awkward little kick on the left. I think he meant it though. Goes to Sheehan, to the back door to Byrne. Byrne now, the Bloods' hurried kick was poor, and it was intercepted by Nally, who floated in front of the pack on defensive 50 for the Dragons. Scoreboard side, bathed in sunshine. He'll come corridor, short pass. Paul Pratt told to play on. I'm not sure why. It seemed like the distance was okay, but He got out of it all right, Paul Pratt. He kicks it to the wing. A mark has been taken by Montague. Montague looks to go, moves on quickly, goes bang, up to half forward. Big punch. Bloods did well. Langley over the top. Big punch, and it goes over the boundary line, and it'll be a ball in. 43, playing 27. Bloods.
Interesting, John. Harvey's come up the field more, and Smith's dropped back into that goal square for the Bloods.
Well, for whatever reason, it's forced to change to the formula that was so good for them the first quarter.
Yeah, it's...
They just changed things back. The old switcheroo's on, Jock.
Oh.
Harvey's sneaking back to the goal square by himself.
He is 30 metres from his opponent. Throw in across half forward for the Dragons. Plenty contesting it, and Stewart takes it for the Dragons. He's locked up in a tackle, and the umpire's going to ball it up just outside forward 50. So the Bloods started this second term with the first couple of goals, but the Dragons have hit back. Hosking takes it out of the ruck contest, kicks towards the goal square. Bouncing ball, Zimmer, can he trap it? Keep it in, he can. Fed back a hand pass, couldn't put a teammate on the end of it.
It's out of bounds.
Dragons were going to run into an open goal, but the boundary umpire spoiled the party, said it was over the line, and it'll be thrown in right next to the behind post.
Barnard Street End, 37 playing 43. Dragons need to get one on the board, you feel, just to wrestle back the momentum. Wharton's in the middle of a pack, tries to burst and make a path. He can't. He was jumped on by 3 or 4 Bloods players. Byrne was one of them. They all get up gingerly.
Hosking's having a good second turn for the Dragons, influencing this contest at the moment.
Umpire Williamson throws it up, top of the goal square, trying to burst away his hood for the Dragons.
Free kick.
No, incorrect disposal. He'll be pinged, and the free kick will go to Zach Hare.
So the Bloods free kick, 10 metres out from the goal they're defending. Dodges a bullet, no one on the mark, so runs on, goes long to half back. Up they go, no one could take the mark. Loose at the bottom, Skinny Wharton, no, it's Nally. Got a hand pass over his head. Found a teammate who was immediately locked up. That was Harrison Free. And the umpire will come in and ball it up again across half forward. As they untangle themselves and find their feet. It's come back in to be a real arm wrestle at the moment. Just one straight kick the difference. Up they go, ball up. Oh, taking it was Will Keck. And he's grabbed high. And we'll take the free kick at half back for the Bloods.
Play quite well, Will Keck.
Fresh live update, let's go around the grounds. Golden Square, 10-11-71 lead Maryborough, 3 behinds. And Gisborne, 8-5-53 lead Castlemaine, 2 goals straight 12 as the ball's on half forward for the Bloods. They'll attack through Smith. Alex Smith kicks it inside forward 50. Big punch, Isaac Ruff did well for the Dragons. Oh, he did well tackled as well. They're really scrambling for the footy here across half forward for the Bloods. Can't get a release with the footy. The umpire's going to have to ball it up, and does. 45 out from goal.
Nice mark by Smith in that last contest.
Was a good grab.
Bendigo.
Tell you what though, when the action's just in front of you like it is with us sometimes here, it's a real intense game, isn't it? The tackling's terrific.
It's quick.
No doubt about that. Hand pass inboard. Went to a Bloods player in Hurler. He's tackled. Umpire said he had no opportunity to get rid of it. He balled it up 45 metres out from the Bloods goal. So one straight kick the difference. 37 Dragons, 43 Bloods. 20 minutes into the second term. Good tap over the top, favours the Dragons. Further afield to Wilkinson. Oh, he's lost control of the football. Chance for Langley. He couldn't get through the congestion. The Bloods work hard, work back to Poyser. He's got a little bit of space. Good kick to half forward. Finds a teammate. Long takes the mark. Wants Antonowitz. Finds him. As he's tackled, he kicks to the front of the goal square. Knocked away by the Dragons' defence. Player took it. Dodged it, one Bloods player, and was pinged by the second. Caught with the footy. Bloods free kick, 45 out. And you're right, Harvey.
Yeah. He come at him like a steam train too, Jock. The intent for the footy there and the man was unbelievable. Confidence player, isn't he?
Well, he dodged the first... Well, he broke the first tackle, but he was never going to break Brock Harvey's tackle. And Harvey, who has kicked 3, lining up again for the Bloods from 45 metres out, goes for home. Teammates like it. Go umpire liked it. He's put it through for full points, and that is Brock Harvey's 4th goal of the match. So he's certainly done very well. Live score sponsor Variety Superstore Strathvillage shows the Bloods go to 8-1-49. The Dragons are 5-7-37. 21 minutes gone, second term.
That's why he's getting his goals as well, not putting all his eggs in one basket. He's mixed it up a bit today. And that was, as you mentioned, John, that shot at goal was a result of a really good tackle that he set himself for.
Yeah, and he quite possibly could have had one or two more on the board. The way he's been attacking the footy as Hood wins it to Leyden for the Dragons out of the middle, but temporarily slews to the wing, and it'll be the Bloods through Miller. He gives it by hand to Byrne. They're away again across half forward. Shallow it goes. Intended target was Jesse Sheen. Couldn't find him. Hurriedly picked up there and passed on to Zimmer, who's playing across half-back. Short pass. Oh, it's an ugly ball. It bounced nicely for Hocking. Gives it by hand, who is running Island now. Streams through the middle of the QEO to half-forward.
Poor kick.
Jeez,
terrible kick.
Uncharacteristic mistakes, hasn't there, been by some of these Dragons player. That's an ordinary kick to Herrely of the Bloods. He'll probably cough it up. Good work by the young fella Stewart. He punched it on, but ultimately ended up with Byrne of the Bloods. He swings it wide to a teammate. He'll kick it to half forward. Oh, good attack on the footy by Jaden Sheen. Takes a mark too far out to score. Cross half forward, he'll put it into the corridor, into the hot spot. Carraher used his body well for the Dragons. Island getting involved. Handball under pressure. Alex Wharton offers support. Dragons under pressure here. McLean did well. Goes to Marty Leyden. Leyden short, makes a mistake. Can Miller pick it up for the Bloods? The intensity's up in this game. Hurried kick off half back by Leyden, and the Dragons will temporarily get out of trouble.
Lucky bounce, favours the Dragons. Player takes it down there under the pump. Was Holmes, got it round the body, up towards half forward. Loose ball, chasing it after it. Zimmer, can he take it? He can. Got the pace, goes into the pocket, wants a teammate,
There
finds
again,
him.
Joe.
The little fella's taken it in the forward pocket.
He's pulled up his shorts.
He's pulled up his shorts.
He's got it.
I reckon he's right, 40 metres out. He's right on his distance, isn't he? 10 in from the boundary.
Have we got an award this afternoon, Wallace?
Yes.
Because I can feel one coming on.
But well, there's one at each end, John, to be honest.
There
but,
is.
Yeah, he's having an impact. He's enjoying his afternoon at the moment.
So Jasper Stewart, he's kicked a goal and he's gone back with confidence to line up. Deep in the pocket, would take a very good kick. Wobbles it off the boot, comes in and puts it through for a minor score. So South Bendigo stay on 8-1-49. The Dragons move to 5-8-38. 11 points the margin. 23 minutes gone, second term. Live score sponsor Bendigo Bulk Carpets.
So Miller marked a ball kicking from full-back across for the Bloods and then puts it inboard. Under pressure though, Ruffle mop up now for the Dragons. He'll swing it wide to Nally. Dragons, that's a short pass. He didn't look. That's a poor kick. Kicked it straight to Isaiah Miller of the Bloods. Across half-back, steps around, then goes around the body. That was a poor kick as well, and it was only because his teammate Alex Smith was good enough to take a diving mark. Halfway between the wing and half forward. Bloods, they'll launch an attack here. That's a poor kick. He'll make Brock Harvey work. Floated in front of a pack. He probably should have marked it in the end. He didn't realise that there was no pressure coming. Montague and Rhodey getting involved. The latter did well. Gave it to Jake McLean. Dragons kicks it to Blair Holmes. Kick off the footy. Blair Holmes swings and goes. He'll go inside forward 50, looking for Maxted, swooping at the back of the packs. Bloods have got the safety of number. Van Human did well, and he'll go short and spot up Ollie Simpson.
Simpson's got it right on defensive 50 for the Bloods. They got out of trouble again. Some poor kicking by the Dragons today. Short kick's okay. Bloods still in possession of the footy, but inside defensive 50. Another short one. Oh, might have turned the footy over. They have. Chance for the Dragons. Hand pass goes wide. Taken down there by Lockie Hood. He's under the pump. Can't do much with it. Squirts out. Holmes goes through. Takes the footy. He's tackled high. And Blair Holmes will take the free kick at half forward for the Dragons. Wastes no time. Sets them up. Gets the lead. Couldn't hit the target. Chance down there for the Dragons. High hand pass over the top. Left hand kick across the body. Might just be touched on the line. It is. And through for a minor score to the Dragons. Well, last 5 minutes the momentum's changed again. And it's the Dragons that are living inside forward 50 but can't get the big score. 5-9-39 Sandhurst. 8-1-49 South Bendigo. 25, nearly 26 minutes gone, second term.
Miller of the Bloods kicked it to half back, and a strong mark was taken by McCaig.
Blair Holmes limping badly as
Short
he comes off
pass.
the field.
Miller, well, that's no good for the Dragons.
I reckon
Strong mark. Poiser. In fact, there's two blondes out there. This one's Langley. One's got the white boots and one's got the yellow. Goes to Taggart. Keep our eye on Blair Holmes.
It's going to be all right, though, because he's got no trainers about him. So I think he's just, whatever he's doing, he's trying to walk out, so to speak.
Bit of a corgi.
Looks like he's got a pebble in his shoe to me. Short pass. Blake Poiser. Oh, corridor. Dangerous, but safe enough. Sheehan looking to build. In fact, it was Hurley. He'll go across half back and swing it to Miller, the opposite side of the ground.
I think Blair Holmes going to the rifle brigade. No, he's coming back.
Johnson kicks at the wing. Montague overran the footy, then had to go back and get it. Small give to Hosking. Handball, that was severe to a teammate. It was no good. They've got the numbers here to go through. Byrne, handballs onto a teammate, Antonowicz. His kick is smothered. Did well, rough, didn't he? He gives it there to a teammate, Matty Wilkinson, by hand, off the back half of the square to Montague. That's a poor kick, slewed off the side of the boot. Hare is in pursuit, like a hare. And then he fumbled and then he won it, and over the top tried to give it to Miller, who's had a heap of the footy. A clever little tap to a teammate. Well, they cough it up. Miller gets it back to Hurley by hand. They got them lining up. He'll run and go long to the top of the square, set himself in, looking for Harvey. Oh, bravely with the flight of the footy was Tanner Nailey of the Dragons. Then butters up his own ball. Hood off at support of the Dragons, and boy, this is a hot game. Kicks it straight to Skinny Wharton, who slowed things down, including me, John.
Gee, that was terrific work by Nelly, wasn't it?
Gee whiz.
Running with a flight. Oof. That's when you can easy end up in fantasy land. Kick out won't matter. Half time in a ripper game of footy here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Round 12 of the Bendigo Football Netball League, and at half time it's South Bendigo 8-1-49, a 10-point lead over Sandhurst. The Dragons 5-9-39.
Let's take a breath and go round the grounds for a fresh live up.
With Castlemaine.
The famous 77.
Yeah, I always say the clubs judge their players by the numbers they give them, and John wore 77. I won't say anything more about that. We're about to get the third term underway in round 12 football. Bendigo, it's South Bendigo by 10 points over the Dragons. Only one station, John Hunter, Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Up they go in the ruck. Let's see what the Bloods can do out of this centre. It's a bit of a scramble, really. No clear winners. Brody might have got one high and did. Played on quickly, and did he give it to Blair Holmes, who's back into the game? He's not wobbling now, that's for sure. It was a nice kick inside forward 50. Jake Wilkinson getting involved. Good, well, it was a safe slinging tackle, if there's such a thing. Outer side of the ground, Maxted getting involved as well, but bursting through the pack for the Bloods, it'll be McCaig. McCaig did well, kicks it to half forward. Bloods look to build something, but Carraher, he's got other ideas. Gives it to Nelly. Nelly will go long, looking for Maxted playing up the ground. But defensively for the Bloods, Van Human, who's been pretty good this afternoon defensively, I might add, taps it over the line.
Not much in this game, only 10 points. You'd be thinking, though, Jock, that Sanders will be keen to get that first goal in the second half.
Yeah, I just think they've sort of appeared to be behind the 8 ball for much of it, and they would like to get that momentum back. From the throw-in, tap over the back. In fact, it was one down by Riley Walsh for the Bloods, but the Dragons scramble it inside forward 50. They've got it 40 out. There's an opportunity here for a kick across the body into the forward pocket. Sexton was after it. He couldn't bend down, the big fella, and get it off his bootlaces, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Good work, Lockie Zimmer. Just couldn't get it up a little bit. You don't kick to a bloke who's 6'4" on his bootlaces. It doesn't help. So there's the throw-in, and a good one it was. Forward pocket for the Dragons. They're up front early, taken by Skinny Wharton. He's collared, got rid of the football, through the traffic. Antonowicz, look at that, threaded the needle, then turned. Unbelievable. Got it out in the direction of McCaig. Can he run onto it? He can. Picks it up, goes to half forward, poor kick. Straight to the Dragons player, in towards the centre of the ground, and Holmes on his own, takes the mark, turns, goes long, Blair Holmes, inside forward 50, no one can take the mark, Wilkinson the crumb, it's worked out to Alex Wharton, he's fumbled, under the pump, got a push in the back, said the umpire. Don't know whether he just stumbled, did he? And
he did.
The South player.
It's a hard one. He went to the ground, South Bendigo player over his back.
So Wharton just outside forward 50, centering kick. Up go the Bloods defenders. Punch it to the ground. Montague rode the bump. Got it wide. Found a teammate. Little pass in towards the forward line, and Maxted out in front has taken the mark.
You mentioned it in the call there. Montague is one of those ones where he got a good bump, but he just landed on his feet.
Yep.
In fact, he was very steady after the bump.
He's a cat. He was a cat.
That was a good little left pass by Zimmer as well. There was a little kick that was the one that ended up with Maxted getting involved with the footy.
So Maxted, 20 metres out, 45-degree angle. One they need, one they've got. Dragons start the second half of the contest with a goal, and the margin tightens up back to single figures. That's Kobe Maxted's third goal of the match. And the live score sponsor, Bendigo Bowl Carpets. It's South Bendigo 8-1-49, Sandhurst 6-9-45. Early days in the third quarter.
He's the player they'll be looking for, the Dragons. He's a bit quiet in the second term, but obviously started the third term, and great styles, kicked 3 goals to this point of the game.
And much better use of the ball by the Dragons early in this third quarter.
Rhodey tried to make a path and couldn't, but Byrne grabbed it for the Bloods. You kick it to half forward. It's now a foot race. Nally did well. Just stepped around a player far too easily and sets it up for Hood. Hood takes a chest mark. 2 kicks out from goal. He's right on the boundary line. He'll set it high, looking for Maxted. Got caught underneath the footy. Keeps his feet. Miller overran the footy for the Bloods. Wharton did well. Joel, but good work also by Jack Hare. Spills it out to Miller. Miller gets tackled by Zimmer.
Ooh.
And umpire let it go. Spills over the line underneath the scoreboard, and it'll be a throw in 20 around from goal.
Maybe saved by the boundary line.
Bloods by 4 points. Local live footy, only one station, Bendigo's Fresh FM. We've got a cracker on our hands here at the QEO. Bathed in sunshine. It's a poor throw-in. Can't have that. And take a deep breath, young fella, and we'll do it all again.
Come on, Johnny, get off that boundary umpire's back.
No, just all encouragement.
Yes.
He's right. He's in a good spot now. Don't just come in and inboard a bit more.
He's doing it for an ice cream and a can of Coke. That's much better. And a big punch by Hocking gives it to Wharton down his throat, but he's tackled directly in front. Good work, Bloods. We hear that collared him, and we'll have another ball up as we've got a 49-45 lead.
So there's the ball up, 30 metres out from the Dragons' goal. Oh, good tap down, just missed the target. Blood scramble it out of defensive 50, up towards half-back. Target down there was, now which blonde is that? That's Poyser, yep. And he's got the free kick, tackled without it. So Poyser at half-back, just outside defensive 50.
He might motor here.
Now he plays on.
Drive it home.
Kicks it high, down the wing, grandstand side. Sandhurst player just couldn't keep his feet. Paul Pratt got the crumb. Finds a teammate. Gets it out towards Montague. High kick. Up towards Zimmer at half forward. Well, he's not going to beat 3 taller blokes, is he? It's taken by Poyser at ground level. Little kick to half forwards. Okay. Ooh. Taken by Simpson. Cross the ground. Finds a teammate. So they went right across the ground, the Bloods. Now they've got an opportunity to play on through Van Humen. Has a little bounce, then goes long towards half forward. Not well directed. Chance for the Dragons defender, but he's locked up in a tackle. Wasn't going anywhere. Ran into trouble, and the umpire's going to ball it up across half forward for South Bendigo. So 4-point ball game, 6 minutes gone, third quarter.
Hocking too strong, just taps it, but there's a sea of Blood players amongst that pack. Walsh getting involved. Hurried kick out now by the Dragons to half forward. Diving mark by Sexton. Big lump of a lad goes by hand to Montague. It was to his back door. He was good enough in the end, had time and space. Short pass, that was ineffective. Jake Wilkins had to work, but he was good enough. Swooped on the footy, then went to the back door, back to Hood. Hood of the Dragons. Maxted breaks, leads, deep into the pocket. Good delivery, good mark. And he'll have a shot at goal. Pretty tight angle.
Yeah, when you see him run like that and lead like that, you know he's going to mark the footy. Yeah. He's got a really good pair of hands. Not much defenders can do about that.
Tell you what, how's the angle though? He's starting the wrong side of the boundary line.
Hood was good with the pass too, wasn't he? Just honoured it. Right up against the boundary line, underneath the scoreboard. Let's see what he can do with this footy. It swings a little, holds up in the breeze.
Oh.
Poyser again takes a mark for the Bloods and kicks it out of bounds on the full. And gets another look at it for the Dragons. Joel Wharton on the right side for a left footer.
Gee, well, Poison marked it unopposed and then just turned and casually kicked it out on the fall.
He had a player in the vicinity there, but it's a bit casual. He was walking back as he kicked the footy.
Skinny Wharton will go close with this.
Yeah, loves this.
40 metres out. He's going to go around the corner, runs. He's actually too far out to go around the corner because you've just got to give it too much, and as a result, just slewed. Now, Bloods need to be careful here to the top of the square, and they are not careful. Sexton was just standing there and got a gift. They're all looking at each other, the Bloods players, and they just let one rip then. And Sexton has put his first goal through for the afternoon. Live score sponsor Bendigo Bulk Carpets. It is South Bendigo. They trail now 8-1-49. Sandhurst 7-9-51. 8 minutes gone, third term.
Yeah, Dragons have hit the front. Connor Sexton, Jock mentioned a few moments ago that he was, wasn't the best spot to find the ball at ground level. That time he just picked it up. He did a 360, and a part of the 360 was to get it onto the boot and put it through the middle. Nice goal.
Yep. Montague's livened up too. Don't worry about that. Ball up, centre of the ground. Oh, Hamish Hosking put the shoulder into a South Bendigo player, sent him to the deck. He's held up with the foot, and the umpire's going to ball it up again in the centre. Good to see the big bloke play like a big bloke, isn't it? No doubt about that.
He's a big bloke.
And he's a big bloke, you're right. There's a ball up, centre. Tapped it over the back again. Wanted Paul Pratt. He couldn't take it. Chance for the Dragons. Player kicked it into the South Bendigo player in front of him. They dove on top of him, and we will have our third ball up in the space of about 30 seconds, still in the centre of the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Up they go. Hosking just got rid of his opponent. Then he handballed to a teammate, but he missed. Went behind. Dragons have got the numbers, though. Get it out of the centre. Up towards half forward. Chance for them down here. A high kick across the ground. Dragons player in front takes the mark. I think the player...
Hood.
Is it Hood?
Yeah, he's got those blue boots on, Jock.
So Hood... I didn't look that low. Goes to a big pack of flying players, 35 metres out from the Dragons' goal. Nobody could bring it to the deck, and the umpire comes in to ball it up. Momentum has swung in favour of the Dragons at the moment, boys. They lead by 2 points. 9 minutes gone, third term.
Hosking tries to grab it out of the air, just failed. They all swoop on it, and will have the footy that's been killed in the forward zone for Sandhurst as they attack. I've got a score coming through from Kyneton. They trail down at the showgrounds 5-5-35 to the Storm 8-6-54. Sandhurst attack, only metres out from goal. Oh, finds a space. Paul Pratt, his goals were open and it slewed off the side of his boot.
Gee.
And that was almost a gift, but he just didn't want to receive it, and opportunity missed.
4 to 5 metres out.
Yeah, 3 minute footy. 3 point margin, Sandhurst lead. 10 minutes gone, third term.
Absolute let off. Dodged a bullet, the Bloods. So the brawl, there's no brawl. It's just a good game of footy. The ball brought back into play by the Bloods defence. They go short into the back pocket. And it's marked now. A steady on the way out of defence. High, long to half back, plenty up. No one could take the mark, so Crummer's needed. South win that. Drive it back towards the centre of the ground. Great work down there. Is that Nelly again? Yeah. How good's he been? He drives it long, though, inside forward 50. Straight to a Bloods player who takes the mark. He goes across the ground, and Antonowitz is marked right on defensive 50.
He'll go to the wing. He'll put it to the back of the pack. He'll be looking for Poiso, who's got space, but the meterage was just decreased big time by Paul Pratt, who just dived on top of him.
We'll go around the leagues half-time. Natty Bialaba 16-8-104, Malden 1-2-8, Avoca 1-2-8, Carisbrook 17-20, 1-2-2.
Up they go in the ruck. Hosking can't quite make a space. Burn, Bloods, he could. Gives it to a teammate. Umpire will let it go. Looking for a release here through Alex Wharton. Hurriedly kicks it. Looks for Joel, couldn't find it. Back of the pack here. Jumped on it, then put it on the left. Not sure if he spotted that player deliberately, but it was effective in the end. It was Matthew Long. Long goes inside forward 50. Back of the pack. They're going to kick a goal here through Alex Smith. Swooped on it and ran in and just went pop through the middle. And they... Yeah, it was as easy as that. For his pop. It just went pop. It wasn't a bang, it was just a little pop. And that was a major. Live source sponsor Breach Apparel in Bendigo. They take the lead back, the Bloods 9-1-55 to Sandhurst 7-10-52.
And we're all looking smart in our Breach Apparel this afternoon. to John, our sponsor. Now continuing to look at these scores in the MCDNFL. Lexington 3-6-24, Trentham 15-8-98, Harcourt 6-11-47, Talbot 3-3-21, Rovers 1 goal, Navarre 15-13-103, Denali 7-3-45, Bushy Park 5-3.
Yes, and all good, I've been told, all good hairdressing models wear breech apparel, so thank you to that. Meanwhile, the Dragons win it out of the centre. They've got it inside forward 50. Marking contest, front of the goal square. No one could take it. Chance for the Bloods to run out of defence and kick long to the outer side of the ground. And, there's a Sandhurst player appealing for deliberately out.
Good luck with that. And finally, Campbell's Creek 3-3-21, Newstead 7-7-49 at half-time, thanks to Norm Jenkins.
Oh, geez, that's
close.
Surprising, yeah. Long time since Campbell's Creek was up that close to any teams, you'd imagine, wouldn't it?
You'd think so. Not over
Celebrating
yet,
3
though.
goals, John.
That's it. From the throw-in, Hamish Hosking got it down to a teammate. It's hurriedly kicked up towards forward 50 for the Dragons, but the Bloods' defence repel. Back to a pack situation. Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going to go to South between centre and centre wing, so now they can build.
Keck.
Where's Harvey? Where's Brock?
He leads now.
Looking to the sun, kicks to a space, finds a leading player who's marked on his chest, and guess who? Brock Harvey.
The minute you mentioned, Jock, he took off, and it was a long, sustained lead, probably 25 to 30 metres, and it was a beautiful kick.
What did I say? Go now, Brock? Something like that. So Harvey lines up. He's kicked 4, and he lines up for the Bloods. In another momentum swing, South now. Their nose in front by just 3 points at the moment. Harvey's kick on its way, and he's put that one offline and through for a minor score. So the margin now, yes, is 4. Thank you, I'm waiting just for the update. Is 4 points, 14 minutes into the third term. Bloods in front.
Kick to half back from the kick in. Goes to the back of the pack on the wing. Rhodey overran the footy but was good enough and then comes in board. Goes to Wharton, by hand to Wharton. That was Joel to Alex. Short pass, Blair Holmes. Just had a little bit of time and space. He's got another player on. The little fella's there, Stewart. He found a bit of space as well and just received a nice little chest mark, in front of his eyes in fact, and will line them up for a goal.
He's popped up out of one of the sprinklers, I reckon, Stewart, because there was no one within 10 metres of him.
It's nice vision by Holmes, though. Didn't panic with the footy. Just looked up. He got back off the mark very quickly so he could deliver.
Yeah, and Rhodey up the field as well did well, composure. As Stewart, he leaned back on it, but it doesn't matter because it's through the middle for Sandhurst, who will take the lead back again. Live score sponsor, Variety Superstore in Strath Village. That's his second, Jock, so yeah, he's getting amongst it, young Stewart. I like the work that he's doing. The score now, Sandhurst 8-10-58. They lead by 2 behinds, 9-56 South Bendigo. 16 gone third term.
Yeah, he's having an impact. How old do you think he is?
12.
John?
Yeah, 12 or 13, I reckon.
He's probably 23 or 24.
Yeah.
No, good on you.
So we're told
But I tell you one thing, isn't it, just quickly, doesn't it show that this game is made for all shapes and sizes? And that's one of the beauties of Aussie rules football.
He's a clever footballer.
Back in the centre, Hosking got rid of his opponent, then just takes it, turns, grabs, kicks it 60 metres inside forward 50, straight to a South defender.
He's a worry for the Bloods, Hosking. He's doing a lot of good work around the ground.
So the Bloods repel again out towards half-back. They might have the numbers to get it at ground level. They have. From half-back, they go into the centre of the ground. Player under the pump was Langley, but he's good enough to take the mark. Turns, goes wide, wants Poyser on the wing, grandstand side, and finds him. Blonde to blonde. 2 non-blondes, but they're both blonde. So now Poyser back to the centre of the ground. From whence it came, and the mark taken down there again by Langley. So Langley's got it for South, centre of the ground. Now he runs on. Goes long, high, inside forward 50. Marking contest, comes to the ground. Where are the crummers? South player took it locked up in a tackle. The umpire will ball it up just inside forward 50 for South.
Harvey's come up the field a bit now, and Antonin's gone back to the square for the Bloods.
Hosking using his body, it bounced. Sheen tried to grab the footy and he got collared by Free, and a whistle on play by umpire Goodridge. 45 out from goal for the Bloods. They attack. They've given up the lead at the moment. Shepherd off the ball. Hosking starting to have a bit of an influence in the ruck now. He plays on quickly on the left. He'll go down the line, down the wing. They'll set themselves. Maxted's there. Spills to the back of the pack. They need to be careful here. He goes over the top for the Bloods. Blair Holmes overran the footy. Paul Pratt grabs it. Might have been a little throw, but umpire didn't agree. Let it go. Stewart involved as well. Jake McLean on the end of it. He'll give it to Carraher. And Carraher, in fact, it was Jake McLean shot at goal. That slewed to the left and missed by a long, long way. Just snuck in for a minor score.
Your comment about Hosking is relevant, except for the word now. I think he's been prominent all game, John.
Yeah, he's been good. He's played a beauty. And I'll tell you what, another bloke involved in that with a nice, dinky little hand pass was Blair Holmes. He's doing his bit this afternoon. I do love him.
Yeah, I know.
He's an absolute warhorse. Don't worry about that. From the kick out, it's on the half-back flank out of side for the Bloods, but the Dragons take it. They go back inside, forward 50, Stewart.
He popped up again.
He's popped up again. 30 metres out on a bit of an angle, and I'll tell you what, he's turned his back. Yeah. He's got his confidence up in kicking for goal. Jasper Stewart, the 13-year-old from Sandhurst. I should stop saying that. Probably someone will be dirty on it, because you're not allowed to have a sense of humour these days.
These kids might be watching, you never know.
So from 35 metres out on an angle, Stewart goes for goal and kicks his third.
Not a problem.
How about that? 3 goals to Jasper Stewart. And the Dragons extend their margin ever so slightly to 9 points. Sandhurst 9-11-65. Careful there, John.
I was getting a little bit excited there.
South Bendigo 9-2-56. Live score sponsor Variety Superstore Strath Village, and we have played 19 minutes in this third quarter.
They're just getting value for their shots at goal now, Sanders. Up to half time, not so much, but now they're finding other goals.
A little bit of a danger period for the Bloods, isn't it? Teams have it.
Hoskins dominating.
Attack now. It went straight down the throat of Paul Pratt, who sent it forward. It was just like a training drill. Running out Maxted, easy as a like, took a mark in front of his body and lined them up for goal. Pretty much straight in front.
I'm not sure what the Bloods can do with Hosking in the middle, but they can't let him do what he's doing at the moment. He's giving Sanders midfield and centre breaks a clear advantage in there.
Oh, he put it straight down Paul Pratt's throat, didn't he? Maxted. Shouldn't be a problem. Distance won't be. Accuracy shouldn't. Pretty much directly in front. He stabbed at it a little, but kicked a goal. Sandhurst have hit a bit of a purple patch now. Maxted popped it through. That's his 4th at the QEO, where it's a competitive Sandhurst in this quarter, that's for sure. Fresh live score sponsor, Breach Apparel in Bendigo. Sandhurst now go to 10-11-71. They lead 9-2-56. 21 minutes gone, third term.
Oh, look, if you're clearly eating the ball from your centre breaks like that with the aid of Hosking and bang, straight down the middle to a leading forward, hard to stop.
So back in the centre, Hosking and Riling Walsh, and Hosking again. Straight downs taken by Rhodey. Has a bounce, runs to 45 out, sloppy kick, couldn't find a teammate. Stewart takes the crumb, he's collared, he's caught. Oh, it's been pinged. Oh, how can you ping the new crowd favourite umpire?
The crowd's not happy
No
about it.
sense of occasion. So the free kick to the Bloods, last line of defence. Stewart was roaring through, but he didn't hit the pack with 16 stone, did he?
Like a wet paper bag.
Exactly. The Bloods clear to half back out of side. It comes off hands and over and out of bounds for another throw in.
Hey, they did well though, the Bloods, didn't they? Because that was on for a goal.
Yeah,
defensively. Zach Hare, I reckon it was, that tackled
under the
him.
pump. Good work. So the ball out of bounds, half back, out of sight of the ground. Boundary umpires all over this. He's coming right in to effect a good throw in, and he does. Again, Hosking just gets rid of his opponent. Hand pass wide's okay. Montague took it under the pump. Got a teammate who's kicked towards half forward quickly. South player took it, was touched. Play on the call. Loose ball. Won by Stewart for the Dragons. Inside forward. 50. Kobe Maxted on the lead. 1, 2, 3. You're out. Good catch.
Well,
Have a look at that.
He should be in the circus, Jock. That was a juggling mark at its best. He was juggling the ball as he was running, trying to control it probably for 3 to 5 metres, John.
Stewart was impressive too, wasn't he? He was composed. The kick in, it made him work, but it was to space. That one important factor.
If you took that in slips for Australia, you'd be very happy. Maxted from 45 metres out on an angle, misses. Bit of a letdown and through for a minor score. So the Dragons to 10-12-72. South are 9-2-56. 22 and a half minutes have gone in his third term.
Long way to go in this game because South Bendigo did skip out to a 2 or 3 goal margin earlier in this game. Layden took the mark, intercepting for the Dragons, right half forward. He'll go to the hot spot looking for Maxted. It's 2-on-1. It's the ladder to Johnson.
He's steady Johnson, isn't he?
Yeah. He goes wide. Oh, Van Humen just found his feet. Kicker smothered off the boot. Zimmer did well. Stewart giving him a little bit of lip as well. I'll tell you what, Stewart needs to sit on Zimmer's shoulders and he might have a bit of a chance with Van Humen. That's the height difference. 72 playing 56, 23 minute gone, third term.
He went in to throw his weight around, didn't he, Jasper? Not sure whether he should get that excited about that aspect of football. So the umpire throws it in. Hosking gets rid of his opponent. One down by the Dragons. Kick across the body. Still inside forward 50. Bouncing ball. Favours the Bloods. Was taken by Johnston. Hand pass to a teammate was good. Clearing kick goes to the wing. Grandstand side. Should be all Dragons. Nelly played a terrific game. Gets through the traffic. Turns. Poor kick though. Up towards half forward. And intercepting the mark is taken by Lead. Nathan Lead at half-back for the Bloods. Goes long, big pack, half-forward. South player claimed the mark, not paid. Crum was taken down there by Hurley. Found a teammate who's kicked it inside forward 50. Disputed mark, umpire says. Has he paid the mark?
No, it was just a tackle.
I think he should have paid the mark to Jesse Sheen before that.
So the ball up, 40 metres out from the Bloods' goal. You'd think they'd need the next one. Ball loose, comes out of half-back for the Dragons. Now it's turned over, it's loose. Whistle, free kick South, 65 out. 24 and a half minutes gone, third term. And the Bloods would be desperate for a goal, you would think.
Kick goes into the forward pocket. Good strong lead, and Brock Harvey has taken a magnificent mark. It was almost the equal in, I reckon, difficulty as we saw down the other end with the big fella Maxted. He was running at pace, hit the footy, marked it in front of his eyes, it stuck, and now he'll line them up on a pretty tight angle.
Is this the best game you've seen him play, John?
Absolutely, and it started early on in the first quarter and he's continued on. He looks at the way, that's a confidence player though. He was running full pelt, and just to be able to mark that in front of his eyes, it was as good as a mark you'd see this afternoon. And he's kicked the goal. Brock Harvey straight off the boot. He started celebrating for his 5th goal, and you're right, this is definitely his best game. Live score sponsor, Breach Apparel in Bendigo. Now South Bendigo go to 10-62. They trail 10-12-72. 25 and a half minutes gone, third term.
I said before, I'm not sure what they can do about Hosking dominating the middle. I do know what they can do, South Bendigo. They've got to get centre side to stop centre's players running through unattended when he palms it to them. At the moment, they're just getting a clear run through for his dominance.
Well, another bounce in the centre. Bloods a chance to take it out of the middle. Player went to ground. That was Lead. He's going to get a free kick. Had his head over the football. Now, in fact, it wasn't. It was Ma. He played on with a hand pass. Might have got his team into trouble, but they'll get out of it, the Bloods. Kick, high, towards half forward. Into no man's land. Ball trickles over the line and out of bounds. And it'll be thrown back into play just outside forward 50.
Looking to build here, the Bloods, and get another one on the board before three-quarter time. Darkened up. The sun's just slipped behind the clouds. Swimming pool pocket. The boundary umpire will throw it in. She's doing the ruck work for the Bloods as the lead. Gives away a lot of weight and height. Whistle on play. And in fact, he might get a free kick. Ooh. Lead. Gives it by hands to Hirley. He goes long to the top of the square. And Tonowitz this time. He gets involved up forward. The first time really for this afternoon took a good strong contested mark. pretty much directly in front. He'll line them up Barnard Street end.
I mentioned earlier he's gone deeper this quarter. We did see him in the first half playing a lot further up the ground. But
I've marked it down.
Slipped back a little bit.
Yeah.
He'll be second.
That was a typical mark by him, isn't he? He sort of can jump.
Two strong marks
Straight
by
up
two forwards.
and take
Harvey
a good
first,
mark.
and then him, of course, Antonowitz. Barnard Street end. His team needs this goal.
Yep. They trail by 10, John.
They it looks like they've just managed to hold off the Dragons. That little bit of a danger period might have just lapsed. Now Antonowitz needs to kick through the footy, and geez, he snuck it in. It's good enough. The umpire ran a long way on that occasion as well. Tightens the game right up for his second Antonowitz. Live score sponsor Bendigo Bulk Carpets. South Bendigo now go to 11-2-68. 4-point margin, 10-12-72 Dragons, 27.5 gone.
That's important because they were getting behind. They were trailing by 10. Sandhurst were dominating, and you can't afford to get too far behind, John, because you might run out of petrol tickets, and petrol's not cheap in the last term.
No.
And you wouldn't want to be too far behind.
So back in the centre of the
Costs you a
ground.
fortune, John.
It does, exactly. Ball up. Oh, Hosking just waits, got rid of his opponent, grabbed it. Another 60-metre kick, inside forward 50. Couldn't put a teammate on the end of it. Who's got the football? Bloods will run out of defence. They've done okay from half-back. Kick towards the wing. Grandstand side's good. South mark, taken for them. Down there by Sheehan, Jaden. Kicks long to the hot spot. No one could take the mark. 35 metres out from the Bloods goal with the footies. Jesse Sheehan, I think he's going to be pinged.
Had it too long. He had some options by hand and
Caught with
chose
the footy.
to try to do too much.
Free kick will go to Lockie Hood, half back.
How was the tackle on Lockie Hood up back? I mentioned it last term, Jock. He's been really good. Goes short to Ruff. Ruff has got the footy. He'd received that from Jake McLean. Deep in the back pocket now. Left back pocket, Barnard Street end. Swimming pool side. Dumps it down the line. Back of the pack, Sexton. Big fist did well. Tried to put it in the path of McLean, but swooping on it was Byrne of the Bloods. Oh, Sheen diving, knees along the ground. Right on the siren. Takes a chest mark. And this Sheen is Jaden, and he'll line them up to the Barnard Street end.
He's within range.
Was he just stretching out with a bit of cramp there?
No,
or
he's
just,
all right.
He's all right.
Well, I'll tell you one thing he won't do, boys. He won't play on.
No, he's looking directly into the sun. He's shielding the sun with his hands. He's got long sleeves on. I love that. He'll cross the paint mark of 50 as we speak. Little bit of a trot. Needs to kick through it. He does. He loves it. To goal. Bloods.
Gee.
Wowee, what a game that we've got. They've pinched back the lead at the death. Live score sponsor, Variety Superstore in Strath Village. South Bendigo go to 12-2-74. A 2-point margin. Sandhurst 10-12-72. Let's just go around the ground for a fresh live update.
By young Sexton too, up forward for the Dragons. Let's get the final term underway. It's been an outstanding game, round 12. High quality Major League football in Bendigo. At 3/4 time, Sandhurst trail 10-12-72. The Bloods, they're at home, like the Dragons, 12-2-74. Final term, only one station, only one Jock Clark. Let's take it away, Jock, for a great last quarter coming up.
And there's absolutely going to be a ripper, Wallace. Ball up, centre of the ground. Hosking in there. Wins it out. Couldn't put a teammate on the end of it. Blair Holmes got another tap. He couldn't find a teammate. Still in dispute. Centre of the ground. Rhodey goes in. It's kicked off the ground. Goes towards the wing, outer side. No one can take it effectively. It'll be tight and tough inside the first few minutes particularly. And the pack develops. The umpire's going to ball it up. Between wing and half forward, outer side of the ground. The Bloods will kick in this final term to the Elvis end of the ground. And the Dragons to the Barnard Street.
I reckon he's all shook up now, Jock, after watching this game.
I tell you what, he's enjoyed his time in Bendigo, though. He did tell me that. I had him in a taxi the other week.
Yes, nice work.
He said it was good. So
you took him down the end of Lonely Street.
Does
anyone ever get in and say, can you please take me to Funky Town, Jock? I'm wondering where Funky Town is.
No, but I know Shrek lives in far, far away land, if that's any good to you. From the throw-in, Hosking takes it again, throws it on the boot, dribbles it to half forward, couldn't effectively find a teammate. Rhodey works hard, he's under the pump, got it wide, gave it to Wilkinson, threw it on the boot, kicked inside forward 50, play in front, Lux of Fortune, mark to the Dragons, 40 out, dead in front.
Zimmer.
Well, that's the go, isn't it?
He
We're always taught
he
that.
likes the goals, Zimmer. If you watch him, if he gets an opportunity, he doesn't look forward much.
No.
He turns it back pretty quickly. Wants to have a shot, John. Those players usually know they can kick goals.
So Zimmer, chance to give the Dragons back the lead. Comes in, goes for home. Goal umpire doesn't move.
Yep.
Sails over the top of his hat. And the Dragons are back in front with an early goal to Zimmer and the Sandhurst Dragons.
The good players know when they're in their range and what they can do with the footy, and that's why they turn around and say, I'll have a go at this myself.
Live score sponsor, Breach Apparel Bendigo. It's the Dragons 11-12-78, the Bloods 12-2-74. It's only 2 minutes gone, final term.
Yes, Josh looking in his polo top from our sponsor, Breach Apparel, Johnny.
It should be a model, shouldn't he? Really?
Well, he's been modelling during the week.
Hosking, well, he didn't win that on that occasion. Antonowitz trying to get involved and make a path. Blair Holmes as well dives in under the footy. Hurried kick out of the pack. Bloods to half forward, sits up. Sun starts to peek its way through the clouds as Dragons win it to Nailey at the back door. Short pass to Jake McLean. Put it on the outside of the boot.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a poor kick.
Shocker.
He was under pressure, though.
It was, and the Bloods with an opportunity to bang it long inside forward 50. That went through Furness, but good work in the back half. And Tanner Nailey's marked it again, and it goes short and away.
Saying I was being held, umpire. I was being held.
Yes.
Umpire said didn't see it.
Well, that kick was all right, and it's marked by Caraher. Just on defensive 50 for the Dragons. Weighs the options. They'll be looking into the sun this quarter, won't they?
Yep.
Makes it a bit more difficult. Just as I said that, a cloud comes over, down the wing, grandstand side, loose ball. Hand pass out of the middle by Zimmer, couldn't find a teammate. Carry, it's gone back towards half forward for the Bloods. Umpire has picked out a free kick.
Footy's tough, isn't it, when you see it up close like that?
Yeah.
It was a little bit dangerous, that. They had a little bit of knees, but they got away with it.
Rough. He wasn't happy about it.
Stood his ground, got the free kick from defensive 50 Rough, down the grandstand wing, up they go, punched away, loose ball, chance for the Dragons through free, can he take it? He can, got it to Holmes, Holmes throws it on the boot, another poor kick, straight to two South defenders, right on defensive 50, they stood there and could have raffled it.
Like a blood bank, John.
Oh, unbelievable. Kick into the centre of the ground's okay. And the Bloods with possession football. Antonowitz goes long to half forward. Nelly goes up. Couldn't complete the mark. It's at ground level. Right on forward 50. The Bloods are pressing. They can't get the football out. Umpires let them go. Now he says it's too congested. Give it to me and I'll ball it up. 78 plays 74. The Sandhurst Dragons in front early in the last quarter.
Bloods, they'll look to capitalise here. Hosking tapped it straight to Byrne. The opposition, the Bloods, a hurry kick into forward 50. Harvey picked it up, went around the body to the top of the square. One-on-one contest. Island needs to be calm. He is. Puts it quickly on the boot to Alex Wharton. It was a bit too severe for him. Taggart getting involved as well. In fact, it was Matthew Long both wearing the orange boots this afternoon. And 60 out from goal. It'll be ball in. Right in front of the Sandhurst Dragons, they've got the tent, they've got the chicken burgers going, they've got the nice cool drinks.
The chicken burgers.
Oh,
Chicken
yeah,
burgers,
they're the
Johnny.
die for.
Well, you had two.
Over the top to Paul Pratt. Paul Pratt goes down the line.
Mark.
Good mark.
Strong.
And it's been taken by Lachlan Murdoch.
So Rupert goes towards half forward and another good mark in front. That's Maxted. Too far out to score. Wastes no time. Turns. Kicks it into the pocket. Can't find a teammate. Bloods defence under pump. Under the pump. Little kick. Wasn't long enough to be marked and it's punched over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Forward pocket for the Dragons. South Social Room's side. 78 plays 74. 5.5 gone. Final term in what's been an absolute ripper seesawing contest all afternoon.
We've got the close one here at the queue. As the ball, it's thrown in back of the pack. Rhodey swoops on it. He goes up the chimney. It goes 60 metres up, 60 metres down. Umpire lets it go. Come to the back of the pack. Joel Wharton held without the footy. Van Human. Oh, no. He
Yes.
must have... No, it's gone Van Human's way.
I reckon Wharton just let it go, though, John.
Incorrect disposal.
Yes.
No, that's the call. As the ball goes in the direction of Nally, punches it inside forward 50, but they'll repel here. The Bloods bouncing, turning footy to the outer side, rough. He swoops on it for Dragons to Nally by hand. He gets collared. Good strong tackling, Jesse Sheen. The crowd are up and about. Scoreboard's close. It's a 4-point margin. Sandhurst lead, 6.5 minutes gone.
It's really good to see the crowd on the other side. They're all participating, really enjoying this game of country footy today.
Yeah, and look, and that's a good decision. I think the umpires have been terrific
Really
today.
good.
Two experienced men. The ball's taken and kicked towards half forward for the Dragons. Blood's defence stand up though. They hurriedly kick towards the centre of the ground. That's okay. Mark taken in towards the middle. Chance down there for South through Langley. Takes the footy, lost it, went back. It was taken by Byrne. He's thrown it on the left foot. Poor kick, turnover.
Yeah, I don't think that left foot would work too well, John.
Not his best asset in football, you reckon?
No, I don't think so.
And a little kick out from half back from Blair Holmes finds a teammate at half back, and the Dragons out of trouble.
It was Jake Wilkinson who kicked it long. Sexton, strong hands.
Yes.
Right half forward. Looking to replace Big Bear Thornton for the next few weeks at the very least. He might cement his spot as he goes inside looking for Maxted. Comes off hand. The little fella Stewart's at the bottom of the pack as well. Can't find a way. They're wised up to him. Brock Harvey down there as well.
Wants to be careful, Stuart. If they all jump on top of him, he'd turn into an ink spot.
Yeah. Interesting that they've got Brock Harvey playing deep in the back zone now. Umpire will throw it up. Umpire Goodrich grabbed it out of the air. Hosking. A bit too severe with the handball. Offering support was McKay through the Bloods. Hare probably held without the footy and get a free kick deep in this defensive zone for the Bloods.
I'd be thinking on a day like today, is he reversed it, John?
He's reversed it.
Well, it's going to Sandhurst. He did initially, I think, say it was a South Bendigo kick, but I'm not sure he reversed it or just singled the wrong way.
Yeah, might have singled the wrong way, even though I did sense that it was a Bloods free kick. So
Skinny Wharton.
Joel Wharton throws the grass in the air, Matthew Lloyd style.
Yeah, put it in your book.
Yeah, not sure he needed to today. It's pretty still. Filtered light coming through, sunshine, and he loves it.
Yes.
Kicks a goal, a steadier
He's a sharpshooter.
in a seesawing, entertaining game here. Live score sponsor, Breach Apparel in Bendigo. Sandhurst now 12-12-84. 10-point margin, the Bloods. We've gone 9 minutes last term here at the QEO.
Yeah, tight contest like this. Joel Wharton's one of the players. If he ends up with the ball within 30 to 40 metres, Sandhurst would be a happy team.
I'll tell you what, I'll go as far as to say within 30 or 40 metres, he's the most reliable kick in the comp.
Yeah, he's magnificent.
So the Dragons get a little bit more breathing space with
They're
a
out to
10-point
10,
margin. And Hosking, again, out of the centre to Holmes. Through to a teammate, and a long kick inside forward 50. Dragons a chance. Wharton takes it. Locked up in a tackle immediately. Couldn't get rid of it. Umpire's going to ball it up 35 metres out, directly in front. Dragons goal. Gee, another one here. They'd really love that, the Sandhurst players. There's the ball up. Up they go. Hosking won it down. South might steal it. They can. Player threw it on the boot. Bouncing ball close to the line over. And out of bounds for a throw-in just outside forward 50.
They got anything left, John? The Bloods? Can they come
Yeah,
back?
I'm
They're
not riding
10
on.
down.
No, it's just one of those little danger periods, and we've seen them bounce throughout this game. They've got a fair bit of character, the Bloods. Whether they run out of those petrol tickets is another question. Hirley threw it out in the direction of Zimmer. Dragons now go forward. That was a hurried kick. Montague, he normally gobbles him up, but it's Harvey across half back. Oh, he nearly coughed it up as well. There's pressure everywhere out there in this forward zone. Byrne, he finds a way for the Bloods. Didn't really look, put it towards the boundary line. I'm tell you what, insufficient attempt. It didn't go out, but Free picked it up. Hurley smothered that Bloods. Bursting away through is Murdoch. Zimmer as well getting involved. Oh, they're up and about. Bursting away through again. Good work, Murdoch. Hurried kick out by the Bloods. Temporarily, the pressure will be relieved, you'd think. Ireland getting involved as well, but hurried kick by the Bloods to half forward.
Chance for the Bloods to half forward, but dropping back again is Nelly. Tanner Nelly. Good work. Good mark from defensive 50. Goes short, finds a teammate. Mark's taken by Matty Wilkinson. Goes back to
kicks,
Tanner.
Jock, you have a look at how good a kick Nelly is.
Yep, finds another teammate, centres it, goes over in the direction of Hood. Hood now takes it and goes across the ground again. The Dragons couldn't take the mark. They might have mucked it up. Got another chance, taken by Montague. His kick, intercepted. South mark, just outside forward 50. Going towards the corridor, nobody could take it. Punched away by the Dragons' defence. 45 out. Bloods desperate, pushing hard. Worked in the direction of Jesse Sheehan. Can't get through the traffic. Turnover. Chance for the Dragons. Their kick was intercepted. Turned over again. Chance for the Bloods inside forward 50. Good kick, Mark. Taken by Keck. Right on forward 50. And Keck's taken it for the Bloods. Super intense football.
A lot of pressure. Keck was magnificent a couple of minutes ago as well at half-back.
I don't know if he's got the leg, Wallace. I don't know.
So he'll have to kick from probably 51 metres, 45-degree angle. His side trails by 10 points, 12 minutes into the final term. Will Keck comes in. Won't make the distance. Front of the pack, up they go. Chance for the Dragons. Defence player took it, dragged to the ground. That was Hood. Has he been pinged?
Yep, holding the ball. It's red hot decision, game decision.
Gee.
That was a 50-50 decision as well.
Whoa. First one they've paid today that I've thought maybe might not have been. So a Bloods free kick, 10 metres out on an angle, but he'll just run around. Should be a goal, it is. 1 to South, and the margin comes back to 4 points.
It's his sixth, is it?
Yeah, it is. Harvey again.
Yep.
Look, it was a decision. I could see why the umpire played it. I could see why the umpire would let it go as well, but he played it, so it's a goal to South Bendigo. They trail now only by 4 points. Magnificent game of footy in round 12 of the Bendigo Football League. High standard Major League football.
Live score sponsor Bendigo Bell Carpets. Sandhurst 12-12-84. South Bendigo 13-80. 13 minutes gone. Final term.
Brock Harvey down forward again. They experimented for a little while, had him back down in the back zone, but don't know why you would. He's up and about. Who's going to win this out of the middle? It'll be the Bloods. Antonowitz on the end of a handball. A long, high ball. It'll go shallow inside forward 50. They set themselves. It'll come off hand. Oh, they're out here again. Goals are open for Keck. Keck, an awkward-looking kick. It goes through for a goal.
Back-to-back goals for Bloods.
It was anything but pretty. Bit like Jock. And that was a major... live score sponsor, Bendigo Bulk Carpets. And I told you, Wallace, they're back in the game. South Bendigo pinch back the lead 14-2-86 to 12-12-84. 14 minutes gone, final turn.
Yeah, don't underestimate that goal by Keck. He was under pressure there and he didn't have a lot of time. He got it onto the boot and put it straight through. And good work by Antonowitz. Although the kick was awkward out of the middle, it's a good goal. And Jock's a model during the week, Jock. So I think a bit hard on him.
Don't worry about that. I've changed my name to Kardashian. Jock Kardashian. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Hey?
Pretty but effective, that's you.
Yeah. From the centre, the Bloods get it again. Kick towards Byrne, just inside forward 50. Can he take it? He can. Has to get rid of it quickly because he's tackled. Kick around the body. Up they go.
Keck
South
again.
mark.
It's Keck.
Front of the pack, marked on his
what,
chest.
Used to a bit worried about Antonowitz not playing, playing too far up the field earlier in the game. But again, he got the ball out of the middle that time and got it forward.
He's the feeder, isn't he? He's been the feeder. So, Keck with the football, shooting for goal for the Bloods. 40 metres out. Bit of an angle. And this will really, really make it tough for the Dragons. In he comes, fires at goal, he's missed. He's put it wide. Margin out to 3 points. 84 Dragons, 87 Bloods, 15 minutes gone, final term.
That could be mark that down, that could be a moment.
A moment?
A moment, it could. You just got to kick them, don't you? When the time's come, you've just got to kick them. Kick out from fullback. Maxted's up, playing up the ground. Got involved, couldn't win the footy, hangs back a little bit now, waiting for Murdoch to try to get it out and can't. South Bendigo. If South Bendigo don't win this game, I've got nothing but praise for them. I'm back on them. They've been really good this afternoon, as have Sandhurst. Good tap by the big fella, Hosking. Tries to put it in a path. Burn.
He's caught.
Burn of the Bloods. Probably didn't have prior opportunity. He got collared by Alex Wharton. And the umpire, Williamson, will ball it up again. 55 out. Bloods attack. Across right half forward. To the town end. Hosking, don't know what he tried to do. He tried to just juggle it out of the air and then lost it. And we'll have another bounce. 60 out from goal now. Bloods attack. 87 playing 84. We've probably got about 10 to 12 minutes left, John.
Has Hosking been out of the ruck for any stage today? He's rucked the entire game so far. That's a monumental effort. Rhodey takes the footy, goes to half forward, can't find a teammate. Bloods defence under the pump. Dragon gets some numbers back. It's worked to the centre of the ground. Chance for them down there through free. His kick's okay. Dragons inside forward 50. Skinny Wharton the target. Just couldn't complete the mark. Goes and gets the crumb. Got it to a teammate who throws it on a boot into the goal square. Just touched through for a minor score.
It was Alex Wharton.
So the margin comes back to 2 points. 85 plays 87. What happens if the Dragons kick 2 more points, boys? We're back next week.
Yeah, not quite. Old-fashioned draw. It's kicked from half back. Oh, Paul Pratt hit the deck really hard. He's in trouble for Sandhurst.
Pinged.
And a free kick. Byrne is at the bottom of the pack. He tried to break a path and couldn't, and a free has been paid to Free. Free, who usually plays in half back, across half back.
Too far out.
Yeah, he hasn't got the leg. Goes to the pocket. He's kind of stubbed the ground, I reckon, when he kicked it. There's just bloods everywhere. They need to be careful. Oh, he dropped the ball, Johnson. Not sure, he was a little bit lackadaisical then, and now they've got pressure right on them. There's players everywhere. Zimmer picked it up. He goes around the body from the boundary line, and nearly, in fact, it goes out of bounds on the full. But geez, danger signs there. Probably should have killed it a little bit earlier than South Bendigo. Still a 2-point margin.
Yeah, it was Johnson you mentioned.
Yeah.
He looked around, he had 2 or 3 options. I think that's why he took it a bit casual. John.
So, Buds, kick it out to half-back. He's kicked it straight to Matthew Wilkinson of the Dragons. He'll go inboard. He's got Montague in the corridor and spots him up. He'll play on. He should have stopped. He went on the left, but he's picked out a player, Jake Wilkinson. He didn't mean it. Didn't mean it.
What do you mean he didn't mean it?
I don't know. I don't reckon he meant that.
I reckon he played on and went straight to him.
Why didn't he have a shot at goal?
Fortune favours the brave. He just wanted to play on.
So the end result, Jake Wilkinson took a mark hard up against the boundary line. Tight. 15 metres out. He's going to go the banana. He's on the wrong side. He steps in a little and kicks a goal. Oh, what a goal, Jake Wilkinson. Not known for his goal kicking. Usually plays up back. Has snuck the lead back for the Dragons. Live score sponsor, Breach Apparel in Bendigo. The Dragons go to 13-91. South Bendigo 14-3-87, 4-point margin, 19 gone, just about in red time final term.
Well, we've seen some good games of footy this year, Job. I'm not sure we can do better than this at this stage.
This is a ripper.
This has been like this since
this is like
the start of the game.
This is like Kite and Sandhurst, only 10 degrees warmer.
20 degrees warmer.
Yeah, probably 20 degrees warmer. So back in the centre. Gee, every contest in the middle, all important. Hosking got it down, Blood stole it, got the take out, wobbled inside forward 50, Poyser takes the football, throws it on the boot, into the goal square, bouncing ball might be through! It is! Straight out of the centre, Poyser took it 40 metres out, just turned, threw it on the boot, and it's bounced through for a major, and the Blood's back in front.
Well, looking at the back was Rock Pinner, and the ball actually bounced the wrong way, but it was okay. It bounced past him and went straight through for a goal. He's played well, Poyser. I liked his game.
Yeah, he's been good. Yep.
Blood's back in front.
His hair's not as good as mine, but he's been good playing. No doubt about that.
Oh, he's not a model.
2 points the margin in South's favour. 20 minutes gone, final term.
Be a brave man to pick a winner at this stage of the game. You just cannot pick it.
And neither side looks like they've run out of fuel, do they?
Probably,
neither side looks like slowing.
As much as I hate it, it probably deserves a draw. That's how good it is. Hosking, he's collared. He can't do that. Umpire let him go. Rhodey, he picks it up now and bangs it forward inside 50. Oh, Jasper Stewart, he marked it. He's got a lead. Oh, it's at the ankles of Maxted. Couldn't quite grab it. Trying
Free
to
kick,
burst
high
away.
tackle.
Umpire's
Free
going to let it
kick.
go. He's going to let it go.
Is he?
Yeah. Matty Wilkinson tried to burst a path and couldn't.
Oh,
In fact,
thought
it's
he
Murdoch.
Thought he grabbed him high.
Geez, I thought Hosking was lucky to get away with that in the middle. He got collared. He's in the forward zone now, wins the tap. Jake Wilkinson, a little give to Stewart. Stewart coughed up the footy. We're only 15 metres out directly in front. Keep your eye on Stewart. He's got his feet and then lost it, and he was just about away with it.
How hard is it, though, for both teams? The pressure's on. There's so many players around the ball. Umpire's got a big job to do.
Sandhurst lead by 2 points. It's in their forward zone. They're looking through Hosking, feeds it to the back door, and good work. Bloods defensively will tie it up. Paul Pratt at the bottom of the pack. 2 point margin. We're in red time. Who's going to win this game, Jock Clark?
What am I? A soothsayer. I tipped Sandhurst at the start. I've got no reason to get off now. Whoever wins deserves it. It'll be great. Ball up, 40 metres out from the Dragons' goal. They trail by 2 points. Plenty of numbers around the contest. That goes to ground. The umpire will ball it up again. 21, nearly 22 minutes gone. Final term. 2 point margin. Bloods in front, out wide, might be a chance. Montague's after it. Can he take it? He can't. The Bloods win it. Umpire's appealed to for a free kick, and I reckon
Paul Pratt's got it.
he's agreed to it. He's paid a free kick to the Dragons.
Paul Pratt is the man with the footy, Jock.
So he'll have to kick from, 45 metres?
Oh, he's an awkward looking quick kick too when he kicks it.
Bit of an angle.
Look away now if you're a Dragons supporter.
Paul Pratt for the Dragons. A goal gives them the lead. In he comes. Kicks on its way. Won't be a goal. Is it?
Lucky to score. I don't even think he did that.
Sapity, our player, came in and pissed the van line. Actually could have marked it. The only one that flew for the footy in the end.
So out of bounds, it'll be thrown in.
But the
will
results
it?
are right, the Bloods.
Right next to the behind post. Deep in the forward pocket for the Dragons.
Right, let's see what the Dragons have got here. They trail by 2 points. Only minutes remaining. Hosking, he tries to get involved. Jasper Stewart, he was in amongst it as well, then got knocked off the footy. It's Dragons every way. Zimmer, Bloods under pressure. What can they do? It needs to be a hurried kick to the boundary line. Can't get it out. They've just shuffled it somehow to 40 metres out defensively. The Bloods, no clear possession, and we'll have another ball up. 45-degree angle, 40 out. Bloods lead by 2, and they are defending wildly.
And, the numbers around the ball, you're right, tough to do anything. Yes. Bloods defender takes it. He's immediately wrapped up in a tackle. The umpire comes in. He's going to be balling it up a few times in the dying minutes, you'd suggest. 40 metres out from the Dragons' goal. They trail by 2 points. Hosking takes it. Hand pass over the top. Can he find a teammate? It's taken down there by Murdoch. Threw it on the boot. Couldn't find a teammate. Comes back to Wilkinson. He throws it on the boot. In fact, it was McLean. 40 metres out still from the Dragons' goal. Paul Pratt tries to go through. Can't. Caught with the footy. Free kick, Bloods. They play on. Kick towards a vacant wing grandstand side. And coming back, Nally takes the mark for the Dragons. Plays on. Goes corridor. Gives it over in the direction of McLean. He goes wide, outer side wing. Wilkinson to half forward. Player loose. Outside 50. Long ball. Inside. Up they go. No one can complete the mark. Still 25 metres out from the Dragons' goal. They go to ground. And the umpire, or is it out of bounds?
No, the umpire will come in and take
and
it.
ball
Gee,
it
that
up.
was really good ball movement by Sandhurst to clear out a half back to the outer side.
Bloods defending here. It's deep in their defensive zone. They lead by 2 points. Joel Wharton tried to burst through the pack and couldn't. Defending wildly was Byrne of the Bloods, and they've pushed it closer to the Dragons' goal.
Not one player in the other half of the
15
ground.
metres away from goal. Hosking grabs it out of the air and goes around the body and kicked it out of bounds on the full. Missed it by a long, long way. So a little bit of temporary relief for the Bloods. Probably a good result for Sandhurst here, because Johnson is going to have to kick it from a free kick right up against the point post. So his angles are really marginalised.
I don't think the Bloods would mind having the ball in their hand, John.
Johnson, long. They set themselves. Ireland can't get out. He's got the footy. Umpire Wilkinson. Umpire's done a good job is Williamson this afternoon, as has Dean Goodridge. Throws it up. Hosking wins the tap to the back of the pack. Hurried kick out by the Bloods of Byrne. He kicks it to the wing, bouncing footy in the direction of Tanner Naley. Goes over to Jake McLean. His handball is smothered. Oh, they're in trouble. Poyser to the back door. Here come the Bloods through Hirley. One bounce. He'll look for Keck. He kicks it long. 1-on-1. Good strong mark.
Nice
good work it was by Carraher, and the Dragons will relieve.
Used his body well.
Oh, he went to Montague, was intercepted. Chance for the Bloods. It's taken by McCaig. Picks it up. He's fired at goal and put it through. That might just about be the sealer. Will McCaig, gee. The kick to Montague was telegraphed, I reckon. McCaig read it like a book and just intercepted, knocked it to ground, picked it up and kicked truly. And the Bloods lead by 8 points. It is 13-13-91 Sandhurst, 16-3-99 South, 26 gone final term. Live score sponsor Bendigo Bulk Carpets.
I think the Dragons are just about done. Have they got enough time? They need to get one quickly here if they're going to remain in this game. Super effort. Hirley just tried to toe poke it but couldn't. Nally, he's been pinged, has he? A free kick. Off the footy, there's a free kick.
Harley was good in that last
and it'll go to Byrne of the Bloods.
Well, John, involved in that goal.
So Burns got it, centre of the ground, runs around the man on the mark and plays on, goes long, inside forward 50, up they go, Islanders spoil. No one could get the crumb effectively, kicked off the ground, Bloods have stolen it, it's inside forward 50, they press, one more, that would be it you'd reckon, kick was smothered, loose, Nelly goes through, was he legged, play on was the call, they go to ground, pack of players, umpire will ball it up 45 metres out from the Bloods goal.
South won't mind stoppage or two inside their attacking 50.
Wouldn't think there's enough time for 2 goals, would you, from the ball up? Umpire's blown his whistles, picked out a free kick to South. A free kick to South for what?
It was against Hosking. He tried to throw the opposition ruckman out of the contest, who was, looks like Smith, that was the contending player, and he gave a free kick away. Simple as that, holding the man.
Well, there you go. Free kick to the Bloods. Player will have to kick from 50 directly in front. Oh, he's doing his boots up.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Exactly.
Well, he's blown time on, so it won't affect the time of the quarter.
Okay. So now, shot at goal. And the kick from 50 from Smith won't make the distance. Off hands, and it's through for a minor score. So the margin, 9 points. 91 Dragons, 100 Bloods, 28 gone on the clock, final term.
Nally senses the urgency, played on quickly, kicked it to the middle. It was a super kick from fullback. Zimmer tried to burst away and couldn't. Played for a free a little. Umpire Goodrich wouldn't have a bar of it, and halfway between the centre and half forward for the Bloods, we'll have a ball up. Bloods by 9. They've showed some real character and real sting this afternoon, the Bloods. It's probably over. I don't think they've got another go in them, the Dragons. Hurriedly, out of the air, McLean, but it was intercepted by Antonowitz. He picks it up, short pass to Hirley. It'll sit for him. He's 51 metres out from goal. He doesn't panic. He looked for Harvey. It was a poor kick. Went to the back of the pack. They just tried to scoop it out for a throw, was it?
Yep.
Throw will go the way of the Dragons. No, I thought it was going to go the other way, but Isaac Ruff's got a free kick.
Well, the Dragons have got it. Back pocket. Time their enemy as they kick towards half-back. Rody takes the mark. Player runs past Montague in support. Runs his measure. Then kicks long up towards half-forward. So they need to make every post a winner here, but they can't. The Bloods' defence been super today. Kick back towards the centre of the ground, and Antonowitz comes out and takes another mark.
Yeah, he's been vital.
He's been great. Goes in board, finds Smith. He's been good too, that kid. Alexander Smith plays on. Goes inside forward 50 for the Bloods. Big flyers, no one can take it. Ground level, Bloods looking dangerous. Can they pick it up and absolutely seal it? They can't. Pack develops. Umpire ball it up. 35 out from the south goal. I think you're right, Johnny. 30 minutes gone on the clock. 9 point margin. I think they've done enough.
Yeah, it's felt over for a little bit, I reckon, the last couple of minutes. You just felt like South Bendigo have got right on top, and good on them as a secondary bounce.
Not sure, John. I know time's up now, but in the last 2 minutes, a goal going through, and it's only one kick in it. But South probably will hang on now.
No, they'll hang on. They've been really good. There were some tired bodies out there with the contest I noticed with the Dragons just a little while ago. So
Got a free kick out.
free kick will go to McLean. Jake McLean, it is defensive zone. Just go down the middle. You can't waste any time going to the wings here at the QEO with limited time remaining. It is at the wing. Montague tried to shovel the ball in the direction of Free. They got the numbers. Whistle on play. You need to play the advantage. Get on with it. Doesn't matter. And it's the Bloods. In one of the best games of season 2022 we've had the privilege to call. Final score, South Bendigo. They win 16-4, 100. They cracked the ton. They have beaten Sandhurst by 9 points, 13-13, 91.
Yeah, magnificent game, as you mentioned.